Yo, what's good, man? This your boy L Dubs back with another one. You know what I'm saying? I want to salute everybody for rocking with me, coming through, checking out the live stream. We're here to talk about some boxing. My man Ali 313 about to come through the building. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna chop it up about this topic. We're talking about ranking these unified champions right now. You know what I'm saying? So give a few minutes, man. Let my man come through. But yeah, I thought about this topic, man, because um, a lot of unified champions that we have, um, they probably not even the best in their division. You know what I'm saying? You can debate it, and it goes to show that I mean, actually, we are getting these fights. You know what I'm saying? We like to get unifications and whatnot, and we got 17 divisions, and we got 9 unified champions. So I mean, that kind of destroys the myth if you think about the politics of boxing and all that good shit. So yeah, man, I just want to talk about it, break it down, go over each fighter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys, as y'all come in, feel free to leave a comment in the chat, voice your opinion if this is one of your favorite fighters. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out your favorite fighter, man, rep them. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So yeah, man. So what I like to do, my live streams and whatnot, it's more so we just want to learn about the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? We can all help each other out. Ain't nobody bigger than one person. Um, Everybody brings something to the table, you know what I mean? So if y'all got anything for me, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody though. But so let's go down. Let's look at these unified champions. So like I said, we got 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? Starting with heavyweight, you got Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Then light heavyweight, you got Arthur Beterblev. And then 154, you got Jason Rosario. 147, you got Spence. 140, you got Taylor and Ramirez. 135, you got Lomachenko. What's next? 122, you got MJ Magladev. You know what I'm saying? I like him. You know what I'm saying? That's my that's my thumbnail right there. And then you got anyway. So um the way I look at it, man, who's the best? So I just want to rank them, you know what I'm saying, from the most dominant to the weakest. And I know like there's always gotta be somebody at the top, gotta be somebody at the bottom. So I just had a little bit of criteria, you know what I'm saying? So like the most dominant, like what I mean by that is like how they look in their fights. Are they winning the majority of the rounds? Are they fighting tough competition and getting that competition up out of there? Like how they looking in these fights, you know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. And then like are they considered the best in their division? You know what I'm saying? Because you like I said, you got some divisions where you can have you can be a unified champion, but you're not considered the best. You know what I'm saying? That goes for heavyweight. Um, sure, what other division? 122. You know what I'm saying? I know MJ is a unified champion, but a lot of people think Navarrete is the best. So, um, so we touch on that one. Um, and then like let's talk about the matchups in their division. What type of smoke they have in their division. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys got deep divisions. A lot of guys, some champions, unified champions. I mean, they probably don't got that much smoke, but it's always smoke in a division if you got multiple belts. So it is what it is with that one. Um, Let me see. So like, who the most vulnerable? Like we can chop and screw all these guys because you got guys that um lost their belt, came back and got it. You got guys that got under 10 fights. You got guys that came out of nowhere and wanted became unified. So it's it's how you look at it, man. It's all about how you look at it. So I wait for my man to get in here, but he can just jump on in. Um, so I'm gonna start at the top, man. Heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? That's what made boxing go right there. And once the heavyweight division is popping, and then boxing is popping in the whole. So start with Anthony Joshua, man. 23-1, 21 KOs. He got 6 overall title defenses. He a 2-time unified champion. You know what I'm saying? Only loss was to Ruiz. Excuse me. His best wins, I guess, or key wins, is Vladimir Klitschko, Ruiz, Povetkin, Parker, and Dylan White. You know what I'm saying? The way you can I mean, all those his best wins, you can break those down, but I ain't in the business of doing that. But you can break them down and whatever, because some people like to diminish these guys. But I actually like AJ, man. He one of the guys that in the ring. I'm talking about in the ring. I'm only going off what these guys do in the ring. So in the ring, like he kind of brought back and helped bring back the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing in the UK, and he had a good fan. He got a good fan base, and he was promoted right. Coming out the Olympics, winning the gold medal. He was like the next guy to take over for Lance Lewis. And a lot of people have their doubts about him because of his you know what I'm saying, the just how bulky he was, and the stigma we have about most UK fighters when they come to the United States. It's not the same thing. So, and that happened when he came over here. But you know, he got a decent resume to me. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Um, the Vladimir Klitschko fight, a lot of people knocked that because Klitschko was out of the ring for like 18 months, and he was coming off a loss to Tyson Fury, and he had a couple of injuries along the way. But if you watch that fight, that was probably the best Vlad we've seen since shit. I don't know. The best one I've seen since maybe Pulev, maybe, or maybe Chris Burr. You know what I'm saying? He didn't use that tactic he always used. I'm talking about Vladimir Klitschko, that jab and grab. You know what I'm saying? What he normally do, what he did in that fight. He came to fight, and him and AJ with the war. That was one of the best heavyweight fights. You know what I'm saying? Recent memory right there. So that's what boosts AJ, I guess, at the top of the division after that. Because before that, he was just a title holder with a lot of potential, and a lot of fans was rooting behind him. But not until he beat Vladimir Klitschko was when he really got his shit. You know what I'm saying? When he really his star power started going out of control. But I would say, you know what I'm saying? I give him props for that win though, because yeah, Vlad was coming off the layoff and all that good shit. But if you look at the fight and how he fought in that fight, AJ was in a dog fight. So that's full credit, man. He came back and beat Andy Ruiz after losing knockout loss last year in the 7th round. Um, that fight right there, a lot of people, well, me included, he should have won that first fight. But when you travel and this your first time fighting in the United States and whatnot, it's a different type of ball game. You know what I'm saying? He found that out. But he came back and got his title back. So you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. He did what he had to do. I didn't so much like the performance, but I respected it because um like he must have been going through some mental shit because the way he fought, he fought like a guy that was very tentative, but he was doing some good shit in that fight, which is a good thing to have in your tool bag that you can box a little bit, use your jab, and keep the distance and stay committed to that. Because AJ is known as a fighter to engage in a lot of back and forth exchanges. You know what I'm saying? He stayed poised, and you know what I'm saying, no matter what people say about him, he used his championship experience, and he was able to all box dude, and he got his belts back. So I give him props for that fight. Even you can say a lot of things, but Weeds came in 15 pounds overweight, and he didn't take the fight seriously, all that good shit. Whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. The Parker fight, that was a unification fight. Big props to that one too, because um that was a top fighter right there at the time, and I it's like I said, you can break down anybody's resume. Some people don't feel as high on Parker. Some people do. I give him props for beating Andy Ruiz in a close fight. Um, you know what I'm saying? So I thought he was a legit champion. He defended his title twice. The performance was so, but hey, that's a decent win for Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can be a champion and you might not be considered as a big threat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to go over these undisputed. I mean, these unified champions, because some of these guys, they good fighters, but they probably not the best in their division. So Parker is like a case of that. He was never considered the best, but he's a decent top 5 win that had a belt. So that's a good win for AJ. Even though, yeah, it was little stuff in the fight that I didn't like or whatnot, but it goes both ways. Parker wasn't doing enough. He was on the outside boxing a lot, and he didn't really do what he's supposed to do to close the distance. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my guy? What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Chilling.
Like
Talk about this shit.
who didn't do what they supposed to do to close distance?
I'm talking about Parker. I don't think he was. I think in that
Oh, you talking
fight
about in
he
the
was
Joshua fight?
in the Joshua fight. Yeah,
Oh yeah. He was kind of like, I don't know. He was letting Joshua box too much when Joshua was holding. I don't know. He wasn't doing enough work.
that's what I'm saying.
He was fighting real timid in that fight, like he was nervous or something.
Yeah, even though when he did let his hands go like for a brief second, and he kind of hurt AJ a little bit or kind of buzzed him. And I know the referee won't let him fight the inside, but shit, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Make him break you up.
Yeah, he ain't
Yeah,
doing
man.
enough in that fight. It was like, I don't know. He could have won too. He was,
I know.
I don't know, man. He was just fighting. I don't know. He was fighting like he was like, trying to think of an example, because he was fighting on some like happy to be here. He's saying some happy to be
Yeah,
here shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
kind of like to me like Robert Easter when he fought Mikey, how he was after the fight all smiling and happy. He didn't look care he lost. Like he was like, I just happy I was in the unification fight.
Right. What's up, Trey X, man? What's going on with you? Salute, bro. So, yeah, man, I agree with that. I thought, I mean, because his ring entrance was kind of dope. We had his people from his native land coming in and all that,
Yeah,
and it just seemed like he was just going through the motions. I thought he could have stepped it up a little bit and kind of take some chances. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he
But
wasn't taking no risk. And he was still winning some rounds. That's why I was like, because that fight was still pretty close.
yeah, I know, and that's on him not doing that much. What's up, Rod X? What's good? So my man, I was going over, just the unified champions right now. I just want to rank them. I'm just going through their resume real quick, and to see what's going on with them, and then we can break them down. So I just started on AJ, man. You got anything to say about his top wins and what you think about him as a champion, unified champion?
Uh, uh, it's kind of hard because the only unification fight he actually had was the Parker. Wasn't on the Klitschko fight like for a vacant belt.
Yeah, it's for a vacant belt.
So I mean, it was unification, but it technically wasn't a unification, and that was
Yeah.
because Luis Ortiz failed a drug test or something, right? Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
I think no, that was a
what?
little bit after that. That was after that.
Oh,
Ortiz
I
broke
thought he was interim champion, was supposed to be fighting for the full belt, but I thought that AJ got to fight for it vacant because he felt the drugs or something like that.
Well, Ortiz was the interim champion. He had signed with Matchroom, had those two fights with Malik Scott and my man the White Rhino, and he didn't look so good. You know what I'm saying? So that he fought the White Rhino on the undercard of AJ versus Molina. So that fight with AJ and Vlad was already done because after the fight they got in the ring and was posing and everything. And I think Ortiz is supposed to get the winner, but he signed with PBC. He didn't test positive for the second time he tested positive was like in September against when the fight with Wilder was already signed. So that was kind of down the road a little bit when he tested
Oh
positive.
yeah, but I know like that. I thought that was the reason why he got stripped from being interim champ, though, wasn't it?
I mean,
'Cause-
that was the reason. That's the reason why he got stripped. But after that, the fight had already played out though. He had signed with PBC
yeah,
to get Wilder. You know what
and then he
I'm saying?
missed the first shot, and then Wilder said he didn't care. So I was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, AJ, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. The Joseph Parker unification wasn't really like a good dominant win. It was like a solid, I did enough to win type of win. So it
Mhm.
wasn't like he went in there and like blew nobody out to water. And then the fight was like stale too, cause especially like when you compare that fight Parker and Dillian White fight that happened a couple months after, like that fight was just it was stale. But I
Mhm.
mean, unified. But I mean, I like everybody probably. I like AJ, but I like damn near probably everybody unification win more than his.
Yeah.
Even I the layup like with Danny Roman, like
Yep.
I liked that. I mean, even though I thought that fight was razor close, I thought that fight was close, especially at the end because
Mhm.
he was gassing and Roman was coming on heavy, and Roman started hitting him with some big shots, and it was like that fight. That was a good ass. That was a good ass fight. Even though it
Yeah.
wasn't the unification, because he had two belts versus him was the champ mandatory, but that was a good ass fight.
Yeah. It was. I think like with AJ though, I think I mean, he's not a bad champion, man. To be honest, I think he get a lot of heat. People don't, they say he don't fight nobody, but I think his resume is pretty decent. To be
He got
honest,
the best resume at heavyweight,
you know
and
what
I
I'm saying?
respect
Because
him because he defended his titles. The thing with Tyson Fury, like when he got the belts from Vlad, he didn't ever, to this day, for the accomplishments he got, he still don't got one title defense.
exactly,
So
and with AJ though, I mean the Povetkin win, he started off early, and he started off kind of slow early. He got hurt. He got his nose busted and everything against Povetkin, but he was able to stop him. The first one to stop Povetkin. I think the
yeah,
only one to stop him, right?
that's one of his
So
best wins to me. That was one of his best performances. Like,
yeah,
that was nice, especially like because he had the little kind of egg one against the Com, and then he had the egg against Joseph Parker, so he
yeah,
needed that.
yeah. What you think about brother Batavia's unification win? I thought
Beterbiev
that
was
was decent.
Beterbiev was good. I felt like he was gonna be. I mean, you already talked about that. I thought he was gonna
Yeah,
be Vosdick anyway, and like I remember because now when I was in the chat and stuff like that, we was all talking about that stuff, and everybody was going with Vosdick because he beat um he beat my man's. I don't know why I'm slipping his name like
Adonis
Adonis
Stevenson.
Stevenson. As Adonis, but I thought Adonis Stevenson had lost to Badu Jack.
Hmm.
So like, and then he already looked like he was kind of slowing down. Like when Jack got him on that fight, I was like, he still got the power, but I don't know. Homeboy almost got stopped a couple times in that fight though, and I seen it. And Better Beef Gas Tank is better than Adonis is at 41, and
Hmm.
you know. It's the wear and tear. Being having a career that long, Better Be it was fresh. He only had like 13 fights. I seen he had the power. He could fight inside. He can box. And it was like Vosdick was always just I don't know, he was overrated to me because he beat like a he beat like a fading legend. And then it was like I say I give Adonis Stevenson his credit and say like he was like around legend status. Like he beat like one of the OGs that was kind of fading. And then it was like and then he ended up, having unfortunate like health problems too. So it may seem like, oh, I went in there and destroyed him, but the fight wasn't. I had him down on the scorecards at the time when he got the stoppage. So
Mm. Yeah, he was losing that fight. He was. Um,
But it was still a
Well,
good win nonetheless, because at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like he got the win over Don Stevenson. There was the hype
yeah,
train was there. Everybody was saying. I remember people in V. He got to be the number one. Like I mean, they did that a couple times at 175 because like when the leader Alvarez beat Kovalev, they were saying, "Oh, he the best light heavyweight in the division now because he beat
yeah,
Kovalev and stuff like that." And I was like, I don't really think so. I think he got the win, but I was like, me and you both said that he was gonna lose the rematch. We
yeah.
both said that, like,
I thought so too.
because
I thought Alvarez.
he was getting outboxed.
Yeah, Alvarez had a good resume though before he beat Kovalev, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
people were saying that that's the reason why they were saying it. But I just seen that he was getting outboxed, and Kovalev would have been a little bit more cautious, like he was in the second fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
but
but the better BF, it was good. It was good unification. I think it was a better unification than AJ and Parker by far. And to me, he was dominating that fight. I seen what he was doing from the beginning. He was breaking him down, and I already knew it was gonna be a late stoppage. Like I already knew.
so all right, so we finish off on AJ, but we're gonna go back and then we're gonna rank. We're gonna go through all the unified champions and we're gonna rank them. You know what I'm saying, 1 through 9. But AJ, I don't think the way I look at it, I say like when I talked about earlier, I was saying like to say who's the best to how I'm ranking them is are they the best in their division? Even though they can have 2 belts, is he considered the best? I don't, we can all agree that he's not considered the best. And then the smoke that he have in his division and how dominant he been looking in his fights and stuff like that. So that's the criteria. I don't know if you got another criteria you wanna add to that too. Um,
We can go by like the wins too.
the wins. Yeah, okay,
But
okay,
because like sometimes it'll seem like all right if you take like 154 because it been chaos there. But
yeah,
if you take it like when her unified with Laura, nobody was picking him to win. Everybody said he could hit too much, stuff like that. So at
yeah,
the time, it looked like he was the best in the division. Then he ended up going and losing to J Rock. So it was like because he had came off with Tony Harrison, Austin Trout, and Laura. Stopped 2 of them and he dropped Laura and hurt Laura bad. Well, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Worse than anybody ever did. So everybody was looking like, oh, like he on beast mode. He going in. And that's the dude people were saying couldn't box. And basically, like Laura picked him as like easy work.
yeah.
Like,
And to go back a little further on her resume, he beat Frank Galaza, who was
yeah,
the
Galar,
favorite.
yeah.
He was the favorite in that fight. And Melina, that was a good fight too for him.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like they was building up Galarza. And
Yep.
they that was their low prospect throw in, boom. Just like
Yeah.
we seen that happen a couple times, like the little Canelo guy they put in there with Stephen Fulton that he stopped to the body. I know the commentators was so biased towards him, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
but you know how that go. You
Yeah.
know how
Because
that
his name was Canelo or some shit like that. That's why.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
that was crazy.
let's hop on Beterblev, man. Beterblev 15-0-15 knockouts. He only got 3 title defenses. To me, his best wins is Volchik. I mean,
What
old
Callum Johnson?
Cal Johnson, Tavares Cloud, Campillo. I think he stopped him. Hot Rod. He had a defense against Hot
Man,
Rod.
he tore Hot Rod up, man. I didn't expect him to do him like that. That's when I was like, yeah, he
Yeah.
100% about to destroy Vosby. Like he was just
See,
beating that man, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so this way it get interesting though. Do you believe? Like, I think he's the best in the division. Do you feel like he's the best in his division?
Yeah, he got the best wins by far. He
He's the best.
proved he's showing that he the best.
I
I
don't know if he
mean,
got the best wins though. I think Bivol got the best wins.
Bivol got some good wins. He could box, but I don't think Bivol got a win like at peak that was better than the Vosdick win. Like it wasn't no fight where he was going in and like no anybody thought he was gonna lose, but he got a lot of quality wins, so it's not
Yeah,
like
that's
he
true.
did nothing bad. Like he beat Joe Smith, like he beat
He passed
Barrera
out.
coming up. He beat Pascal. He beat Barrera coming up, and the people was down in the Pascal win. And then Pascal turns around and beat Marcus Brown in the Badu Jack fight. You already know. I
Right.
thought Badu won
Yeah.
that fight, but it was close enough that it could have went either way. So I'm not about to sit here and take nothing away from Pascal for that win.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But
like, Brad BF to me is like I think he probably one of the most dominant unified champions because I think anybody that fight him, he gonna be the favorite. I think Bivol give him probably the most work, and
yeah,
but I just
Bivol a good
think
boxer, but he's
yeah,
smaller.
yeah. But I think far as like if we talking about his resume, is it's not really that tough. but he is. It's like I don't know how you play that one, but I mean he's a good fighter though. I think him fighting any of those top guys, I would favor him to win though. Beterblev, you know what I'm
Yeah, like you favor like I know what you're saying. Like the resume, like it's kind of the same thing with like Lomachenko.
saying?
Like you got 3 belts. You beat like Pedraza and Linares. It ain't the greatest resume, but it's like you did what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but I still feel like he got a better win because mostly everybody favored Vosdick going into that fight. ESPN was really behind Vosdick. Them and Max Kellerman and them,
Yeah.
they was gassing. Like,
I
and
think
then
I think
in the fight
he
when
got
he
the
was
best.
breaking them down, it was like they was like low key shocked.
Yeah. I think he got the best overall win, but like totality, I think I like Bival's resume a little better because I like the Bival
Quality.
beat yeah, he got better quality. He beat Chalimba. Did he stop? I think
Mhm.
he stopped. They stopped. No, he had a so-so performance against Chalimba, and then he beat Pascal. So and he beat Marcus. No, he didn't beat Marcus Brown. He beat Joe Smith. So I
He
mean,
beat that dude
uh,
that dropped Marcus Brown.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was the dude when
Uh,
they and then people was kind of
Castillo.
downplaying that performance. Yeah, downplaying that performance. I'm like,
Okay.
Castillo, a good boxer, he dropped him, and
He
that
didn't
that
lose
little
no round.
counter, yeah, he didn't lose no rounds. Like, and that's a good boxer. So
Yeah. All right. So all right, the next one we got Jason Rosario, 20. He got 20 wins, one loss, one draw, 14 knockouts. He only lost to Gallimore, 6 round
yeah,
TKO.
I'm familiar
Yeah,
with Rosario. He was one to
yeah,
me. He was tearing. He was tagging Gallimore up. He can
yeah.
finish. Gallimore got chin, but he
Hmm.
was landing some big shots on Gallimore, like first round, second round. Like he was tagging him, but he got caught.
Yeah. See, this the
Like,
one
but he
that
was only
he
what
fought.
21 in that fight, right?
Yeah. He's young. Um, that was a good back and forth fight. I think he probably ran out of gas against Gallimore.
Yeah,
But
because he was pouring it on him, and then he wasn't stopping him, and so he was throwing
yeah,
a lot of punches hard with everything on him, and Gallimore was still standing up. So it was
yep,
like,
yep. But I think like then this the one like I don't think he's the best in the division, even though he got 2 belts and he beat J Rock.
no,
He
Jamel the
got
best.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got J Rock, Coda, Jamonte Clark. He knocked him off the ring, but he got back in there. Hernandez, he got that win back, and Deloach. Those is probably top 5 wins. The J Rock win, it solidified him as a champion, as a good fighter. Although I think a lot of people really didn't know too much about him, and they felt like he came out of nowhere. Yo, for the real ones that be watching that shit, yo, you can see that coming, man. Because that dude is big, strong, and he can punch. And he always been like that. This dude beat a lot of the PBC prospects, so he kind of worked his way up. You know what I'm saying? He worked his way up. You know, are you still there, Ali, or did I drop off? Yeah. Hey, can y'all still hear me in the chat, man? I don't know, my man dropped off. Uh, Let me see. Brad BF beat just about all the guys 175 in the amateurs. 295 and 5 amateur. I think he's the best 175. Plus he's bigger. He fought heavyweight in the amateurs. Yeah, I think he's the best. I think he's the best, and I think he's dominant too. I'm gonna keep that in mind when I rank him, man. Trey. So we like after we go through all of them, we're gonna rank them. You know what I'm saying? 1 through 9. What's up, Jalik? What's going on, man? So what we doing? Uh we just going through these unified champions resumes and their best wins, and we just talking about how dominant they are at their division. Are they the best? And then we're gonna rank them 1 through 9. You know what I'm saying? Jalik, who the nine? Name the 9. Name the 9 unified champions. Okay, you hear me? All right, bet. Go ahead, Jalik. Name the 9 real quick. Put it in the chat. But let me see, my man come back. Yeah, he back.
Oh, my bad. What the hell
Good,
just
bro.
happened? Well, we talking about the
Yeah, so,
Rosario.
yeah. So Rosario. So I feel like, although he had a good win against J Rock, I don't think he's the best. I think he's good, but I don't think he's the best. I think Jamel is the best in that division. What you got on that? But that's a tough ass division too.
Yeah, Jamel the best in that division because it's like I feel like I put Rosario like in the same kind of line as like Teixeira. He won. He like I mean I guess the J Rock win is better than what Teixeira did, but he lost to Gallimore. Teixeira beat Gallimore, and Teixeira
Hmm.
beat like Lozano. He got a good win against Lozano. He beat Adames, so it's like he got some solid wins in there too. But like
Yeah,
one win as we see with J Rock, you know what I'm saying? Like one win don't mean nothing for real.
yeah.
Even a couple wins like with Jared Hurd, he got a couple of good ones. But Charlo got the most quality wins in the division. So
Hmm.
I mean,
I have to say Jared Hurd is number two in my opinion. If I'm ranking them,
yeah,
I say Jared Hurd. Maybe Laura three.
yeah, I put Hurd still up there. I don't. He going through a identity crisis though. He was good with the style he was doing. He could have an off night or a bad style matchup and not have to try to complete. I feel like he should have went to Robert Garcia and he could have did a similar thing as to what Jose Ramirez did with the inside and the stamina because he like you know what I'm saying he got the inside fighting he got the good gas tank like Jose Ramirez. I feel like Robert Garcia would have been more of a good match and he could have kept that style because he's not an outside boxer. So if he
Yeah,
want to box like that, he is not number two in the division.
yeah. I think like I like what he was trying to do, but I don't like it in long. Like I don't like him doing it for long stretches.
I don't like it
Do
against anybody
when you
that's in
got
the
to.
top of that division. I don't like
Yeah.
that type of style against Charlo. I don't like that type of style against and who you going to outbox? Tony Harrison? No.
No.
J Rock? No. Lara? No. If you fought that style against Lara, you would have got smoked. You would fought that style against Tony, you would have got smoked. You fight that style against Charlo, you're gonna get smoked. It's just not. I don't know. He tripping. But
What,
anyway, Charlo the best
what,
in the division right now.
what you think about Jalik said he got Charlo one and Lubin number two. I think Lubin got a chance to win the rematch. What you think about that?
Lubin, you can't be number two and you ain't beat nobody. I mean, he beat Gallimore, which was
Mm.
solid, but it was a last minute replacement type deal. And then but
He beat
you can't just be number two
Alicia.
just because like he got skills. I like Lubin, he got skills, and I feel like he'd
Yeah.
do better in the rematch. But at the end of the day, he had his shot and he got stopped in the first round.
I think he probably got the most upside in all those guys because he's the
He got the
youngest.
most upside. Yeah,
He can punch with both hands. He can box a little bit. I mean that's just a matter of opinion. I don't think he's number two. Probably more like
I like
shoot.
Lubin.
I gotta
Don't get
look
me
at it.
wrong, but he ain't did more than Tony Harrison. He ain't did more than J Rock. He ain't did more than Hurd to say
Hmm.
he just clear cut better than all those guys. Because we ain't seen
Yeah,
you get took into deep waters yet.
yeah. But he
Well,
has improved though in his
yeah,
last couple fights. He
he
has
got
improved.
skills. That nigga is
So
cold. Like he got skills. He got the
yeah,
feet. He got the hand speed. He got some power. He can box. He got the lateral. Like he, Kevin Cunningham been putting in work with him. He can box. He cold.
yeah,
I'm just saying like you can have some skills, but I'm not just gonna leapfrog you above people just because
yeah.
you got skills.
I feel you on that. But he's good though. Hurd couldn't keep walking through those punches forever. He had to change up. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that he boxed a little bit, but I think he should be boxing to try and set something up to get in the inside instead of just boxing just to stay away because I don't want to get hit. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
like.
think he
I
can.
mean, like
But
Jose Ramirez.
okay, I'm with you. Because
Blueprint.
what he was doing against the guy, he was pumping that jab ball. I like that. That was a good sign. I think he gonna need to do that and keep his guard up and make sure he bring that jab back fast. But what was working for him when he started hurting that guy when he got the inside and started letting combinations go. He dropped him in the 10th round that fight. So yeah, man, I think it's good to change up, tweak it up a little bit. But I think I don't want him to fall in love with it. Like he can because he get in the inside and go to work because I think he kind of look awkward doing that shit. That shit look funny watching her use his jab though. But
Yeah, it's
I
awkward.
think
You always want to have
yeah,
a jab and stuff like that. It's just one that's like the most important punch in boxing. But like, if that shit not you, that shit not you. Like, you gotta all right. like take an example like Sean Porter, right?
Yeah.
He did little tweaks to make his style better, but he didn't completely change his style, and that's why he arguably or almost beat Spence because he added more feinting into his style. I'd be like, if you look at his style from the fight when he fought against like Diaz and when he fought against even his wins like Malinaji and Devin Alexander,
And Berto
yeah,
too.
Kelbert, like he added some extra boxing elements to it, so it's like it's less sloppy, but he still stayed with the same style, stay with the roughing up, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
can tweak like Jose Ramirez when he got with Robert Garcia, he tweaked it, but he stayed with it. Like he added Robert Garcia, gave him some extra, you know what I'm saying? But the boxing aspect got better. He got more clean, but he stuck with like that's what I think Hurd should have did. Like, you know what I mean? Like the inside is his game. He a good inside fighter.
Yeah. Jalik said, I do my rankings off tournament style, who will win. Yeah. I mean, this is probably the one division where you can't even do that shit in, the way this
Yeah.
division be popular. But
Can't do that in 54.
I understand what you're saying, though, because sometimes I do that too. But this division, you don't know who going to win. Lubin, the only fighter at 154 that I would give a chance to beat Bud Crawford. I don't know. I give more people a chance than that. What do you think about that? You think Lubin is the only one at 54 that can beat Bud?
Hell no.
I don't think
This is
so
what
either.
I'm saying. I think Bud can. I said we talked about this before, but I think Bud could have challenged Teixeira if he would have boxed on his toes. And I think
Mhm.
like if he was to activate his little super champion and go up, like if Castano won, I feel like
Yeah,
since he's bigger than Castano, like height wise, put on a little muscle. If he was like to move up, that's another more even type deal. But the rest of them
yeah.
guys is like Teixeira is big, huge compared to him for real. I mean, not huge compared to him because Bud not like short. He like, what is he 5'9"?
Yeah, about 5'9", 5'8".
He not like tiny, but it's just like when you move up and them dudes can crack. And I'm talking about when when you fight people bigger than you, like even in sparring, because I spar
Mhm.
guys that was bigger than me before. Like when they hitting you on your guard, that shit hurt a lot. That shit different. So like when they're like chart, like I just don't see him just like beating a guy like Jermell Charlo, like Tony Harrison, like he just nah man, that shit.
I
Lubin,
think,
like I ain't saying Bud wouldn't have no chance. He got supreme
yeah,
skill. He could, you know what I'm saying? But like, cause
yeah, that's what I'm
I ain't
saying.
one of them people that's gonna say, "Oh, look, the Kowalski's hit him." You fight different when you fighting certain
Yeah,
people. Like he was
that's what I'm
going
about
for
to
the
say.
knockout.
I'm about to say that shit too, bro. You took it out of my mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, cause I
What's
seen
up,
people hold that fight against him,
Sporting Advantage? Was good, bro?
but I watched him fight Post
3.
Style, and Post Style couldn't even touch him.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Bud has the skills and you know what I'm saying, the boxing acumen to win a fight because he's not gonna be in there banging with those guys. I think he can box, he can win those fights. But I don't think Lubin is the only one that can beat him though. I
Yeah,
disagree with the comment.
Jermell can beat him.
I'm not saying that Bud can't win those fights. If he can if anybody can have a legendary night, you know what I'm saying, to go up and beat a guy got those big guys, it could be Bud. But I mean, that's that's a lot of hot deep water he messing around with.
That's what I was
So
saying. Like when he had the interview and they were talking about the Shashira fight, and I was like, if he went up to 150, like, cause like if Spence not gonna fight him, and he was
yeah,
like, bump it, I'm gonna try to go for a four divisions champ. I feel like if he boxes A1 game, Bo Mack is a good coach. He always in good condition. So I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, Teixeira Castano, I feel like he could pull that off. I feel like he could pull that off. Even though it would be tough, I still feel like he could pull it off. But if he was to say, okay, now I'm four division champ, now I'm about to take this undisputed fight against Jermell Charlo, that's just like
yeah,
that's a whole different mountain to climb.
yeah. Because he got to get those guys' attention, but I think he can box his way to a decision all day long. All right, let's get on the next one. 147 unified champion Earl the Truth Spence. 26-0, 21 knockouts. He got 4 title defenses. His best wins are to me. This is his best wins to me. Brooke, Porter, uh, flip flop between Pearson, Jerry, Mikey. You can throw those in there. But I think I say Brooke is his best win because Brooke beat Porter, and at the time, I mean, both of those fights was tough. Brooke and Porter. That's what kind of that's what got his name out there. But I think Brooke that was his best win to me. He went over there, and that
His
fight was 50.
backyard.
Yeah, that fight
Yeah.
was 50-50 until he started getting that ass. But I like Spence as a champion, man. Me personally, uh, he got that's a tough division. He fighting everybody and whatever. I think he's a good champion, strong. He really don't do a lot of stuff bad. You know what I'm saying?
No, he a good
Pretty,
boxer.
pretty solid. Yeah, a good defense, boxer, all that good shit. But you can, like I said, there's some people in his division that you can say is better than him. You know what I'm saying? You can say Bud. Maybe some people prefer Bud. Some people prefer Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? You can make a case that Pacquiao is number one at welterweight. But you know what I'm saying? I think I would give Spence that spot though because I think
He the
Spence.
best in the division.
Yeah,
Like
I
with
give him that.
Pacquiao, if Pacquiao can look like he did in that Thurman fight after the shots he took in that Thurman fight, I would be damn surprised at 41 years old. I mean, he already surprised me. Don't get me wrong. Like he unreal, but
Yeah,
I just don't feel like he should be able to like it. I feel like Spencer Bud should be able to like kind of put an end to him
yeah,
if they
yeah,
was to fight him, because it's just like if you was watching that Thurman fight, like that second half, man. Oh my goodness, he was taking some blows, bro. I was surprised that he was like still coming when he was taking, because Thurman was hitting him with some shots, man.
yeah. He
But
was. I think Thurman didn't do. I think Thurman took him kind of lightly. I
yeah,
think
Thurman
he's.
took him like
I think Bud and Spence, if they fight Pacquiao, they're gonna push that dude. They're gonna push him like early.
Thurman did the BS he do, man. You know,
Yeah,
and we
boxing.
seen him come in 100% and
Yeah,
box, and he went like when he fought Danny Garcia, now boxing. But he took Danny Garcia serious from get go. He ain't
yeah,
take Danny Garcia like, oh, I'm about to end him, and he thought he was about to go run through Pacquiao, because Pacquiao looked to against Broner, and the only fight he had before that was that Matisse and the Horn fight. But it's like you never take no opponent lightly, man, ever.
yeah. I mean, I like Spence though, man. I think he's a good fighter, bro, and he's gonna be hard to beat. Hopefully everything is good with him after this car accident, man. He said he's 100%. If he is, I think actually I kind of think that it might be a little bit harder, man. Because well, we got to see, man. Like I know people say, "Oh, he back and this and that." We have to see this shit. And he talking about fighting Danny. Man, if he can
That's a
go in
dangerous
there,
fight.
right, he go in there and dominate Danny. Reason why that fight is so dangerous, yo, for Spence is because Danny is probably the best counterpuncher, catch and shoot guy in the game. And if he can sit, he got a good enough chin, and he's durable enough to sit in the pocket and catch Spence off. You know what he's doing off his work, exchanges and whatnot. So
Yeah, we talking chance
yeah,
in boxing. You got to put Danny probably top three, dog.
you're right. You might, yeah, yeah. I don't think Danny been down. He probably been hurt. Maybe his mouthpiece flew out in the Matisse fight. So I guess you can give him that one.
And I remember he
Thurman
got
hurt him
caught with a
first
hook
round.
by Thurman when he backed him up. And,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
See what I'm saying? And that's about it.
hey,
So I mean, props to Spence, yo. Because me thinking, liking him, I'm like, man, go get your IBF mandatory. Get him out the way. That guy was struggling with Collazo. If
yeah.
Collazo,
Collazo had both arms. He would.
you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm
That guy
saying?
ain't shit. I think Spencer could get some little rounds in. Probably stop him at 4 or 5, a couple rounds in. But yeah, I mean, take Danny Garcia fight. That's a dangerous fight. That'll prove everything we need to know. But I would
Yeah.
prefer to see him versus Bud after that. But I
Yep.
think, which I always say is a 50-50 fight. Like,
Yep. Me
Spencer's
too.
good, man. That nigga
He's
is
good.
nice.
He's
He is
nice.
nice, man. It ain't like he got
Yeah.
no. It ain't like he got bad footwork, or he got a
Yep.
nice jab. Like he mix it up to the head and the body real good. Like,
He's
man,
consistent. He's consistent with everything he do. Um,
accurate.
Accurate. Yep. My man Jalik said Danny's reach way too short. Earl wins like he did versus Mikey. I mean,
I see where he coming from, because Danny not good coming forward.
I see. No, no. You know what? I disagree with that shit. I can go. I can go the other way with that because I like Danny coming forward. using his jab, catching and shooting shit, catching and shooting shots. Because
I
I think when he
don't, I don't know,
like
bro. I don't know. When I see
look at
like in the Thurman fight, that was like he was looking bad, trying to come forward to Thurman
he
getting
was
outboxed.
he wasn't cutting the ring off though. He was just and Thurman got better feet than Spence do. I think, in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
opinion,
Thurman, yeah, he got better feet,
Thurman
but
can go both ways with
but
his.
Spence good at controlling the distance though.
He is good at that, but I think Danny. I like him. I like him coming forward and holding his ground. I don't like Danny backing up. When Danny is either got his feet set in the middle of the ring or coming forward, he's dangerous to me because he can catch and shoot so well, and he can be in position, whether his arm's short or not. That dude, and I seen what Danny was trying to work on against Red Cash. I don't know if you guys caught this. Danny was switching to southpaw so he can get a better angle on that guy. So if that's something can work against Spence, if he can, when they're exchanging, he can switch to southpaw and get in closer, like get your right hook in, and then kind of work the body.
Danny
You know
got a
what I'm
good
saying?
straight right hand too.
Yeah, but Danny, I mean, I don't know. He said Danny being like he beat Mikey. He is not gonna be that easy.
It ain't gonna
Like
be that
Danny,
easy.
nah,
Danny,
nah, nah.
that Danny not even like that was Mikey first fight at 147. He was timid. He was like he was backing when he was getting hit. Like Danny not just about to stand there in the high guard, bro. That's it. He not just about to stand there in the high guard. Like he gonna take risk.
Look, Danny, he said catch and shoot from where? Danny catch and shoot if he in front of you. If you throw a punch at Danny, he throwing some shit back. He always in position, kind of like how Ortiz was when his fights when he fight Wilder and whoever he fight, he always in position. So you can't throw more than two punches against Danny without some shit coming back. And he's not throwing nothing light either. He throwing heavy punch either to the body, straight right hand, whatever. So Danny is catching and shooting when he in the ring, he catching and shooting. That's just his makeup. He's a counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You might have to go back and watch the tape.
Yeah, and he had punch with you like in the Porter when Porter
Yeah,
came and Porter was reached to the body when he hit him with them what was that like three straight hooks, three straight hooks, and when Porter like backed up, but Porter got a crazy chin too. But for most
yeah.
guys, that would have knocked him out like that. He
Look,
like when Porter because Porter reached down to the body, he just started tagging him.
he said Danny got solid power in the beginning, then he fades. I mean, I can see that too. Another thing underrated about Danny, he's physically strong. Like
Yeah, he's strong.
Porter
He ain't
felt that
gonna.
out when Porter tried to rough him up in stages of that fight. Old boy was pushing his ass around a little bit. He wasn't a stronger man against when
That's
he
a
fought.
that was a fight where it
You know what
was
I'm saying?
more of what you liked, man.
Yeah.
That fight was close. Like that was a fight of like more of what you liked. Because Danny did good in that fight to me.
He said Earl can beat him with the jab and go to the body 9-3, 8-4 unanimous decision. Hey, I respect your opinion. I don't think he's gonna beat him with just the jab he gonna because one thing about Danny that I think you underestimating Jaleel, that you can't throw more than one or two punches. And then the southpaw jab against a righty, if he's not doing nothing, I mean, if he's coming forward, whatever, like you got to throw something else with that. You can't just throw a southpaw jab and that's it. So he's gonna throw one or two at a time. If he throwing just one or two at a time, uh, my man can counter that shit. That shit better be precise. If he's gonna beat Danny with just a jab, that shit better be on point. And he better be stepping around and moving because every time you throw a punch against Danny, he throwing a punch and he in position to counter you. Like I don't know, maybe if I'm missing something, let me know.
If I'm assuming Spence is still is Spence, then I'm
Uh-huh.
putting that at 60-40 Danny. I mean 60-40 Spence. 60-40
Yeah,
Spence. He favored in that fight, but it's still dangerous.
yeah, it's dangerous. I favor him in the fight. He'll be right, but I mean 9-3, maybe an 8-4 can maybe something
I
competitive.
could see
I don't
Spence.
know.
I could see Spence pulling off an 8-4. I wouldn't put
Um,
that past him. I could see him pulling that off, but I'm not
Danny
gonna say it's likely.
didn't land no left hooks against Red Cash. Yeah. He was landing straight right hands and he was working to the body. He was turning softball
Yeah, but
once he
that's
get
why I be
inside.
saying though, like we can't judge these guys off they fight, like you know what I'm saying, against like guys, like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
sometimes you will have a mid little performance, and then you fight somebody who you fully up for 100%, and
Yeah.
it's a whole difference. Like look at Sean Porter versus Ugas and Sean Porter versus Spence.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
same
yeah.
deal, bro.
Mhm.
Same deal.
I think all those fights, man. This is my opinion. Whoever you match them up with, all the top guys, it's gonna be tough competitive fights that come down to the wire. I know Spence. One thing I like about him, I favor him over Danny. I think he's more consistent over the stretch of a fight, and he know how to turn it up. Like he turned it up against Porter. I thought if he didn't knock him down, some people still have Porter winning, but I thought the knockdown was key, and that kind of sealed it for me when he did that. So
Yeah, on that card, it was a knockdown. That card was crucial knockdowns with him and Barrios.
yeah, man, props to Spence, man. He come back and fight Danny and dominate him. Shit. All right, so let's talk about the next one. 140. We got two unified champions at 140. We want to touch on Josh Taylor first. Um, 16-0, 12 knockouts. He got one defense of his title. He just basically a new champion. He won the World Boxing Super Series. He's a
First
win.
defense was unification.
Yeah, there you go. And the ring champion. He got Regis. That was a good ass fight for Ranchit. That was a tough fight too. He had to dig down. He had to work for that one. Post style. He had to work for it. Harvey Davis. That was a good. What you call it? What they call that shit over there?
Domestic.
Domestic. There you go. Domestic fight. And Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin was undefeated. He was a good amateur. So, how you like? What you think about Josh Taylor, man? What you like about him?
The goods. The Baranchik fight showed me a lot. Then he went in there and I favored him against Regis. I believe you did too. Even though we both liked Regis, we was like slightly edged towards Taylor. And
Yeah, I did.
like he did what he had to do. He was getting touched though. He was
Yeah, he
getting
was.
touched, but he surprised me with his chin. Cause I would like when he hurt his eye, he that was I swear, like what was it, like seventh, eighth round? I think he hit Taylor with like a big like overhand left,
Yeah,
and that hurt his.
yeah, it was a big overhand left.
Yeah, and he like and it was like wow, and Josh Taylor just started just swinging back. I was like, what the fuck? I was surprised because I seen Regis hit guys with that shot, and they just like it wasn't the same. He did. Josh Taylor was like, all right, whatever, good shot.
Yeah,
I'm throwing three back. It was crazy. That dude
yeah,
got a
that was a
chin
good
though.
fight. I like
But
that fight. I think the first 4 rounds was dead even, but then I thought the next 2 or 3 rounds, Taylor started to take charge, and then Regis
then he
started to get his shit together.
he faded late, like the championship rounds.
And that's how you know those guys elite because they was taking some hellified body punches and shots, all types of body punches and hooks and jabs and shit. And both of those guys was getting caught with some good shit and was still walking forward and still,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I think Josh is doing one at 140 right now. I like him. I like what he can do. He can do a little bit more. He got more. I think he got a lot of dog in him. He got a lot of will. You know what I'm saying?
I
Jaleel,
like one for you. He got a lot of will for sure.
yeah, he got a lot of
He
will.
the, he the
Go ahead,
best
bro.
at 140 right now. Even though that Ramirez versus Hook, oh my goodness, bro, I was on the edge
Yeah,
of my seat to all
yeah.
6 rounds.
That was a
All
good fight.
6 rounds. That fight was crazy. That was a good fight. I want to see how you go look versus post style, but I favor him to win that fight. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why I feel like they both do things. I feel like Ramirez do things that he could definitely beat Taylor. And like I feel like if Josh Taylor fought the fight he fought against Regis Prograis against Jose Ramirez, it wouldn't work.
Hmm.
But I think it's a close fight where I feel like if somebody want to go in favoring Taylor like 55-45, that's cool. Like I
Hmm.
probably would favor him like slightly, like a slight small favor like that. But that's still a dangerous, tough fight. It's a good That's how you want the like undisputed to
Yeah,
fights to really be. Like sometimes it don't always work out like that, of course. But that's the type of undisputed fight you want. Like two undefeated guys, two guys that show they got a lot of heart. Two guys they you know what I'm saying. I done seen both of them like walk through fire. So I'm definitely like that. Josh Taylor definitely number one, but Jose Ramirez is it's not like a blowout. It's like he a two. That's like he could win that fight.
yeah. And he won his second title. He went to the guy's hometown and beat him. And he was a champion. So you gotta give Ramirez props too. Jalik said I got Taylor the best at 140, and he may get better at 147. It depends. Like I'm with that. I think I want to see how he look in his next fight, man. Because him and Regis, them guys took a hell of a fight, bro. That should take that's a couple of fights off your career, bro. Because like a lot of people in their career don't have fights like that. I think what Josh Taylor only got 16 fights. That was a tough ass fight. I don't know if he's gonna switch up his game plan. He got what's Tyson Fury's old coach name? The young boy. He got him
Davidson.
there. Ben Davidson. He working with him, so maybe he can still keep that dog and that inside work and all that shit he do, but at least
Not to
add a little
box
bit.
more,
Yeah, there you go.
cause he can
Uh,
box.
he can box. Yeah,
He can box. But he box more than it's cool. 147. Um, like out of the people that he will be fight, like if we talk about like these guys right now, long like gone, and then you got kind of like him, uh, Jose Ramirez will most likely move up. Regis Prograis will probably move up. Then you will have like, I- I'm assuming Barrios will move up by then too. But you will have guys there like Josh Kelly, Duran Ennis,
mhm,
uh, damn, Virgil Ortiz,
yeah,
uh, and then some guys that probably stick around. Like I don't see Ugas moving up, or I don't see Jamal James moving up, or some other solid guys that you know,
yeah. I'm with
it's
you.
147. You can't really tell how somebody gonna look moving up until they actually do it.
hmm the next one, Jose Ramirez. So we stay in the same division. We all agree that Taylor is the best in that division. But Ramirez, you know what I'm saying? He been improving a lot with Robert Garcia. He had all the like maybe what he had like 4 fights with Robert Garcia or 3 fights. I think it's probably he had a scare with what's my man name?
Zapata.
Pay the game a scare. Hooker, that's probably his best win. Yeah, that is his best win. Iman, that was a decent win for him. Cepeda, Orozco, and Mike Reed. But Ramirez is one of those fighters, man, that like his best. I think his best aspect is the way he can explode into his combinations because he can just be boxing, and then all of a sudden he explode and land like a 7 to 8 punch combination and the fight over with. But he's a tough fighter, man. He can box too.
Mm-hmm.
Skill. He got a lot of good angles. I like how he when he get on the inside, he'll get to an angle and let his punches off. And that fight with him and Taylor, man, shit. Man, I hope these guys come out clean in their little interim fights they have. And
That's a
once
good
we get everything,
undisputed
yeah,
fight, bro. That
I
shit is
know
a good
that should be
undisputed
crazy.
fight.
That should be crazy, bro. Like I can't wait for that one. But I like Ramirez. He's a decent fighter, man. And
I
I
like
like
his
him.
work. I like his work rate and stamina. If I
Yeah,
would, if I'm him and I looking at the Josh Taylor versus Prograis fight, I'm like, man, he did kind of fade in them championship rounds. I know I got a great gas tank. That's when I would start I would make sure if I'm him and I'm Robert Garcia, and I think they both is thinking like that. Like when we get to rounds 9, 10, 11, 12, I want you throwing over 100 punches every round,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is hard to do,
It's hard, yeah.
especially that late in the fight. But
But he's nice though. What's up, social scientist? What's good with you, bro? What's good? But yeah, I like Ramirez, man. I love that undisputed fight.
it's
I
good.
mean,
It's
I hope
good.
that shit get made. Jalik said I like Ramirez left hooks to the body. Yeah,
And
I
that
like
boy
how
do good body work.
yeah, I like how he angle off and get to the body. The winner gonna fight Bud. Yeah, yep. The one undisputed gonna fight Bud, and that I mean,
The
sure,
winner gonna go through hell, move up, and then have to walk in
yeah,
right into hell again if I bud. Cause like that's
yeah.
not the back to back fight I would want would be an
Nah,
undisputed fight, and then jump right up and fight Bud. I would not want to do that
nah,
shit.
they gonna ease him into that fight. The same way they did with Timothy Bradley, even though he wasn't undisputed. When he moved up to 147, he fought old ass Casamayor. Then he fought Pacquiao. So they gonna give him one good fight and then probably build it up and then but that's a natural fight though. All right, now we get into the probably the most the most, what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers don't fuck with Lomachenko, but we're gonna talk about Lomachenko, 135 unified champion. He got the WBA and the WBO. That man, we're gonna talk about that WBC shit too. But
Boy,
shit,
franchise.
franchise champion.
Yeah.
He 14 and 110 knockouts. He a 3 division world champion. He got 10 title defenses across 3 divisions.
No
I don't think a lot of
Maschenko,
people.
man.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people tracking that. He got 10 title defenses.
No
He only lost.
Maschenko, man.
Yeah, to Salido. His best wins. In any order, they got Linares, Gary Russell, Martinez, Pedraza, and I threw
You are,
Lomachenko. But I
you,
mean, not
you know
Lomachenko,
how
but
you know how I feel. I still think that I feel like the Gary Russell win was his best win. And as you see, it's aging the best too.
yep.
I don't think
Hindsight.
Gary. I don't like Gary going to 135. That's a whole nother topic. But
Yeah,
Lomachenko, I mean, he did what he had to do. I mean, Pedraza is a good boxer enough to be a two division champ, and he even did solid in that fight against Zepeda.
yeah,
But
yep,
so it's not like he a scrub or his unification was no it was against like what I'm saying, no bums. When he moved up to fight Linares, like Linares was hyped up at the time. He had been doing good, getting some wins. I mean, some of the wins was a little tough, but and he beat Luke Campbell. I'm not high on Luke Campbell. You already know how I feel about. I don't like Luke Campbell like that. But he defended his belt a couple times, and he was supposed to unify with Mikey. Ended up unifying with Loma, and it was a good fight. He got caught, but he won. I mean, Lomachenko is clearly the best in the division. It's just he's small for the division. He could be beat, but he's still the best in the division. I think like Tiafimo could beat him. I don't think the fight gonna happen now. Seeing what they was talking about, and Tiafimo been saying over a year ago that he couldn't keep making the weight. So if it's not gonna happen like in 2020, then I don't think it's gonna happen at all. Which just sucks because I was actually gonna go to that fight.
yeah. Man, I like Lomachenko, yo. I think he get a bad rap, bro. To be
His
honest,
skills is top tier, man. That boy can
yeah,
box.
he get a bad rap. All right, Sporting Advantage, I see you, bro. Y'all never. Hey, Mrs. The Zone, I can't mess with you, bro. You got it, man. You right. I can't mess with you, bro.
Wait,
But I feel you.
what he talking about? What smoke? We talking about champs? What's
Yeah, we just talking about boxing, man. I ain't trying, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, yo. It's all
Mr.
good. Appreciate you coming through, my guy.
This ain't even no debate topic, bro.
Yeah, we're not even debating, but nah, man. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. Hey, sporting event. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Back and forth with Prodigy. All right, yeah, Prodigy, man. Funny dude, man. I fuck with him. Jalik got Lomachenko 1, Haney 2, Telefimo 3. Okay. Um, Loma nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, Loma.
I feel you,
Loma nice.
Jalik. Loma is nice,
I'm with
bro. It's cold.
you. Loma nice, man. I see. I think like see what it is, man. A lot of people because the networks and the media they boost them up so crazy, and they wouldn't do another fight like that. So of course, and so I just think if you look at his resume for real, man, he alright, man. It's nothing. It's no worse than a lot of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the media hyped him up, but he went to 35 and took those belts. You know what I'm saying? When he beat Linares and Pedraza, I think he was on that path to do it too. The WC shit, man, that shit is crazy, man. It fucked up. It kind of messed up his legacy for real. Well, it did mess up his legacy because um I think that fight with Devin Hayden, that shit would test him, and I think that's a good fight for him to fight a young, hungry guy like that. But him accepting that WBC shit, it fucked it all up. But I will say this: if he go and get the IBF from Telefimo, and then go back around and get Devin Haney, which a lot of people don't believe he gonna do, then all this other shit it don't even matter no more. So yeah, man. I think they did him an injustice by doing that shit to him, man. What you think on that shit?
I mean, well, from the video I watched, they said he asked for it. So
He asked for it. See,
the one that Devin Haney put on Twitter.
that was the guy that worked for Top Rank asked for it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? I
that
don't
that
know,
one.
man. I don't
But
know.
to me, I've been said that I really didn't even understand the jump to 130 after the Rigondeaux fight because Burchett was calling him out at the time. I wanted him to stay at 130.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
wanted him to fight the. I mean, because they had to smoke there with the top rank. Like I feel like why not unify with the guys that were. I mean, I knew Tank wasn't gonna fight him, but
Yeah.
like I still feel like he could have got at least like 3 of belts.
He could
Like
have got Burchett. He should have fought Burchett.
he could have fought Burchell, and I just don't see like I thought. I feel like Tevin would have took that fight.
Mhm.
Like I feel like because I feel like he would just kind of went there. Like, I ain't got nothing to lose, might as well. Or if I
Yeah.
lose, so what? Like I feel like Tevin would have took the fight, and I mean that ain't the greatest like couple unifications, but I mean Burchell is though. I think Burchell would. I think Burchell would beat Linares.
Yep. I think because he fight at long range and he got decent footwork. I know Battle Rap will be talking about his footwork is like the best in boxing. He got decent footwork. He fight from a long range. Um, Social Sciences said people hate Loma on some backlash stuff. You can't deny. Yeah, he's good, bro. Um, Lomachenko first title defense against a guy with 51 wins and one loss. Tell me anybody that's doing that. Let me know. If y'all know somebody that fought a guy in their first title defense with 51 wins, let me know. Lomo's defense gets super hype, but he's nice. Yeah, his defense ain't all that tough. I think, man, I like his angles. I like how he can set the tone of the fight. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. I like how he do that.
Loma, like his angles, he can box in guys that's around the same size as him and smaller. Like you
Mhm.
notice it. That's why even though a lot of people be like, "Oh, I feel like Tank," but I always feel like that'd be the factor in that fight is that Tank got stubby arms and Tank like 2 inches shorter than him. Like
Yeah.
he know how to box you in and take away, like especially when he got the reach advantage over you. To me, he always struggled with guys that had a reach advantage over him that could kind of on the outside like pop the jab at him, and he gotta like fight to get inside. But when
Mhm.
he can box out on the outside and he got the size advantage,
Yeah.
like against Gary Russell, saying like in
And
the
and, Rick,
South fight,
and Rigo too.
yeah, Rigo, like yeah, it's kind of he make it. That's when his defense looked better.
Yeah. See, the thing with him though, he's slowing down. He is slowing down. And I think to beat him, you gotta be a big puncher. That's when Teofimo come in. Teofimo and Tank. Let me read Jalik John. He said, if Loma beat Haney or Teofimo, I'm gonna move him over Bud, move Bud to number 2 spot unless Bud beat Porter or Ugas. I mean, shit. Some people got Lomachenko number 1 anyway, but I feel you though. Let me see, my man, social scientist. He's a G if he goes back and fight. Yeah, see, yo, social scientist, yo. I'm probably in the minority. I think that's what he's gonna do. Now I know it look crazy, it sound crazy because top ranked guy was like, nah, we asked for it or this, that, and third. But Lomachenko, man, that motherfucker is a damn competitor, yo. He ain't just letting nobody just, you know what I'm saying, gonna treat him like anything. You know what I'm saying? If you challenge him, I think he's gonna take it when after he do what he gotta do. Like people saying that Loma's ducking, maybe he is. I don't know. I ain't in his camp. But if he does go back, yo, that's some legendary shit, especially after everybody said this shit about him. Loma's biggest weakness is he's not good fighting going backwards. And when you go at his that's a fact. My man Fink's in the building. What's good, bro? What
That's
up, man?
yeah. What Jalik said, I agree with. That's why I always felt like the Burchett fight would be a kind of tough matchup for him because Burchett can do a lot of things Toledo did, and I feel like Burchett got more power. He's fresher too.
Yep, that's facts right there. Let me see. Walters and Martinez had the reach advantage. Yeah, they did. I think Martinez is Lomachenko's best performance. I think that's his best performance, man. That shit was beautiful where he set that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, all
I don't know.
right,
That
so
Jason Sosa fight was on. He was
oh
stalking
yeah,
him. He
he was playing with
was
him. Yeah,
stalking
yeah,
him, bro.
yeah, he was. So, so, so we good. But see, in the division, so do we agree that Lomachenko is the best in the division, right? You said that
Yeah,
earlier,
easy.
right?
Yeah, easy.
Okay. He got some smoke. He got some work and some smoke in that division. But all right, so the next one is probably my favorite. I don't think he's the best, but my favorite though is MJ. Was it Murmadov at the layoff? I can't pronounce it like that, but MJ. That's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah.
Out of all these unifications, probably Taylor probably got the best. He probably got the best win in his unification. But Danny Ramon, when he beat Danny Ramon, that was a close fight. Yo, I suggest if y'all haven't seen that fight, man, y'all go watch that shit. I watched it today. It's on YouTube. I watched it again today. Good ass fight, bro.
Yeah,
Back and forth.
I was
Yeah,
watching that live because we talked about that like right
yeah.
before it happened, and I was like, man, Danny Roman, he got that experience though, and I feel like he gonna
Hmm.
start timing him later in the fight, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He started to get it. That was man, that fight was crazy.
He was going to the body. MJ, you know what I'm saying? He a Olympic bronze medalist, man. Had a deep amateur career. If Trey's still in here, he probably tell you about him. The dude is nice, bro. You know what I'm
Unified
saying?
chapter, 8 fights, man.
Yep. And you know something. When I was thinking about that. You remember we was talking about how these young guys come out, and you said they should have 4 or 5 fights a year, and whatnot. This guy had 8 fights in under 2 years. Is that on pace of what you was talking about? You remember we had that conversation before?
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think get you ready for championship fights, like the
Yeah.
activity. Like even if you look at Floyd, the fight the year before he won the belt, did he fight 10 times?
Yeah, something like that, 9 or 10 times. Yeah, yeah,
I was like, I feel like that helped. Like that definitely, like just staying active. Like and then it
yeah,
get you more experience for when you do get a like Canelo. It helped him a lot. I feel like it's gonna be good for Haney down the line that he went pro early and he's only 21 and already got 24 fights.
yeah,
So it's like I feel like it's good to have a lot of fights.
yeah. Jaleel said, yeah, that dude nice. That fight was close. Dude had started potential. He only got 10 fights. Yeah. Dave Ramon is a good ass champion to me. He got a couple defenses, and I like the way he worked to the body. He a solid blue collar type of worker. He made that dude work for that shit. So, but I thought he won. But his ass had to. If you're gonna win a world title, to
That was
me,
close.
yeah, you want to win a title that you know you deserve that shit. It was close, but I thought he pulled it out, and I thought he worked for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fighting for a vacant title against a guy that we just got his ass out of Venezuela somewhere and nobody never heard of him. I'd rather fight a reigning champion that's proven than fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go pick up off the fruit stand or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's more to your legacy to me. But
Yeah,
what
definitely.
about his division though? Talk about his division. He got some smoke in his division.
Verete moving up. Um,
Hmm.
what's on? Uh what's old boy name, man?
Ray
WBC.
Vargas.
Ray
I know you don't like Ray
Vargas.
Vargas.
I don't like Ray Vargas, man.
Shit.
I can't stand him, man. He don't want to unify, man. He could have fought Navarrete. Navarrete said he wouldn't. He didn't want to make the fight happen. Like, why don't you want to unify, guy? What are you even? What are you doing that you don't want to unify?
Right. He signed with PBC.
And it was
I
the
think
funny thing is he could have been the one to fought Danny Roman and MJ would have had to wait and fight for three
exactly.
fight. But
Yep.
no, this guy just hate Ray Vargas.
I think Dave Ramon. Jaleel said Danny nice, nice dude. Should fight Navarrete next. If Navarrete stayed the weight, you know what I'm saying?
He moving up, man. He about to fight these Mexican cars in June, and
You know what
then
I'm saying?
he moving up. And they non-title fight, so he not fighting at 122.
Yeah. And I think Dave Ramon is the number one ranked guy at WBC, and he used to be with Al Heyman and whatnot. So I don't know, man. I like MJ can and look the way it's looking. If these, I think he can beat Ray Vargas right now, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You probably can say he's not the best because off a resume, but if you put them in the ring, so I'm gonna
Roman
go
better
off.
than Vargas.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off what Jalik said. He was saying like he judged in some cases. I agree with him. You can judge who's the best by doing a tournament style type of matchup, whatever. In this case, I agree with him. I think MJ beats Vargas. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
MJ
saying?
beat Vargas. I think Danny Romanos beat Vargas, and I feel
Yeah.
like Navarrete beat Vargas, and I feel like Stephen Fulton beats Vargas.
And,
So
and oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, and Neri just went to PBC
yeah,
too. Yeah,
Luis
Vargas
Enrique. I feel like he can beat Vargas.
what's Renee Bajan? What's good, bro? Salute, man. Thanks for stopping through. Appreciate it. Never Red Tay said he waiting on the monster. Okay.
Monster ain't coming up no time soon. He going to 126 and vacating. And he
One
gonna
love.
get his chance to fight for. He been racking up them defenses with the WBO. He gonna get a
Mm-hmm.
chance to go up there and fight for Shakur's vacant WBO. Well, right now, from what I heard, cause I got to ask, um, dang, what's homeboy name? Fought Dog Bay. Fought he beat He beat Filipino Flash. He
Oh,
brought himself.
Jesse Magaleno.
Yeah, I got to talk. I got to ask him because he was on Chicana Boxing, her YouTube channel on the live, and she told me
Hmm.
she was like, "Yeah, you can come through, ask questions when he hop on." But he was on live with her, and I asked him. I was like, "You and Conlon supposed to be the fight that Top Rank gonna make for that vacant WBO since Shakur going up to 130?" So it's looking like that's gonna be the mix of the three. Is
Yeah,
him, uh, Magdaleno, Conlon, and then Navarrete probably would have to, like, if he jumped up, I'm pretty sure he would get the winner of that, or he would be in the
yeah,
mix like him versus Conlon or him versus Magdaleno for the vacant belt.
yeah. So, my man Rene Bajan said he like Navarrete though. He keeps going. Yeah, he got a crazy motor, and he be switching. He did great against Darby up. He did outstanding. So, what you think about a fight that's possible that can happen between MJ and Navarrete? Because both guys, both entities has worked together before. They made Hooker and Ramirez, and they made other fights. So, what you think about that? 'Cause I like that fight too.
I like it too. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
Yeah,
I like it. I feel like uh I ain't even gonna hold you. I low key like MJ in that fight.
yeah. You see what I'm saying? I
I
like
like
his
MJ in that
style.
fight.
See, that's the thing, man. He might not be the considered the best, but his style and his matchups against those guys, he's probably the bigger puncher. You know what I'm saying? If you look how he fight. I mean, Navarrete can punch, but I think Navarrete
He
gonna
can
have
get on
problems.
his toes and be catching Navarrete if he try to come in. Like he like Darby could only fight one way. That's the only thing. He can only
Yeah,
fight one way, and he is like 5'2", with real stubby arms,
yeah.
and it was like he had to be real close to you. And Navarrete was, man, he couldn't do that against him. But
Hmm.
I don't know. MJ can do things where he could beat Navarrete. I feel like there's a couple guys there. Like I feel like Fulton could beat Navarrete.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. My man Rene Bajan said for some reason Navarrete doesn't get much attention. I think that's because what I'm saying, he low key guy. He ain't out there doing no Twitter beef. He's making his title defenses and putting his head down and working. Yeah, that's what I like of him as a fighter. That he just gonna work. You know what I'm saying? He a young guy too,
Yeah,
so maybe he don't got time
he a
for the
good fighter.
bullshit. If MJ goes to Navarrete's body, I can see him winning. Navarrete's stamina is nice. Yeah, he got a good stamina. Um, it's but Steve Fulton is a mandatory for his title. So soon
Yeah,
as if he move up, he gonna fight. He gonna fight for the vacant title.
yeah,
But
he gonna get that fight for the vacant title. And I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie to you. I prefer to see Stephen Fulton versus MJ. I just
yeah,
like that clash of styles more. Like I was like that shit is a perfect clash of styles, and like, cause like man, I
good
love to see
boxing.
that fight.
That's some good skills on display. You know what I'm saying?
Too
Both
good.
guys.
Like they both got
Yeah,
top tier level skill to me, and then they
yeah,
both some dogs too. So it's
yeah.
like I love to
Fulton is
see
a
that.
bigger fighter though to me.
Yeah,
He's much taller. He's much taller than I even thought he was, and he's bigger. And yeah, man. All right, so let's talk the last one. The last unified champion we want to talk about. Then we're going to rank them. Have you guys in the chat? Y'all rank them too. Um, anyway is 19-0 with 16 KOs, three division champions. This dude got 11 title defenses over three divisions.
you know
His,
what?
you
This
know what
would
I'm
be
saying? Go ahead.
so much easier to rank if this didn't happen and he already fought Casimiro.
I know,
And
right?
if he would have won that fight, like boom, then it
Yeah.
would have just been like, it's anyway, no question.
Anyway, no one, no question. That's why I was thinking the same shit. He might be. I probably got him on one too, but I like his wins though. You know what I'm saying? He got Donaire was a good win for him. Even at that age, Donaire was on the chair, and he gave him a hell of a fight. Narvaez, a lot of people don't know about Narvaez, southpaw from Argentina. Had a long title reign, two division champion. He only lost when he moved up to 118. Uh, anyway was the only one to stop him. His other loss before he lost to Anyway was to Donaire at 118 back in the day, like 2011. And I know a lot of people don't cover these lower weight divisions, but
Yeah,
Narvaez is a Hall of Famer, bro. He got like over 20 title defenses. So
yeah, here's a beef.
yeah, Jamie McDonald,
Yeah, he
he
beat
he
him.
stopped him. Rodriguez was a top five. IBF champion when he beat him. Payano was a top 10 fighter when he beat him. So Monster got. I mean, that's why. See, a lot of people
He
they
got the quality wins in the top 10 in
there you
his
go.
division.
And people don't understand why he's ranked so high in pound for pound. First, he's dominant.
That's
He's
because they don't
dominant.
watch the lower weight divisions,
I
man.
know. That's what I'm saying. I gotta school him. But
Even
he's dominant.
boxers don't. That's the funny part because I done seen them looking crazy on Twitter. Like, who is run beside? Who is Estrada? Who? Anyway, y'all got him ranked on a pound for pound over me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Is you dumb? Nigga, watch they fights.
Yep. And he.
Ain't no
Yep.
politicking. Straight
And
unifying.
and if you put those guys,
How you
they
jump
was
straight out of a tournament into a unification, man? Who doing that?
right. And then if you put, let's say you put anywhere in 147 with his skill set and let his power be comparable to welterweight power, he'll be the best welterweight right now, bro. Facts. Because he can box, he can punch. His punch placement is. They talk about spinach punch placement. So his is better, in my opinion. He got. I mean, he go to the body consistently. He got one punch knockout power. Um. Anyway, nice man. Y'all gotta watch him fight, bro. Watch what he do in the ring.
His
He's
skills
nice,
on one.
and he ain't fighting no trash fighters.
Only thing like I don't like that he do, which I said, me and you talked about that before, with the tournament, but I feel like it wasn't really a factor versus Tay Tay. That's what we thought we was gonna end up fighting him. I
Yeah.
thought Tay Tay was gonna end up fighting him, but then it ended up being Donaire was when he pull out and he dropped his hands low, and then and Donaire caught him
Yeah.
big
Yeah. On the
shots in
way
that
out.
fight, but he still won that fight. And that body shot was boy. Halfway had to take a jog around the ring off the
I know,
body
right?
shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Jalik said Monster nice, but his over the bone probably worse than Earl's accident. Who knows? Yeah, man. I want to see how he looked after that. But he fought. Well, he fought down there in November, and he had a fight scheduled in April.
A
So
unification fight schedule in April.
and that guy Casemiro ain't no damn trash fighter.
That boy got cracked, man. He did Tay like what Charlo did Lubin, man. That little
Exactly.
short little
Same,
that boy was out of there. I'm
that's
like,
what I said.
damn.
Same type of knockdown. Monster, I think he fights going backwards better than Loma. Yeah, Monster chin is nice. Yeah, yeah. Monster. See, what I like what he did against Donaire. He stopped going. He stopped fighting fire for fire with him. He started boxing. When he got hurt early in that fight, he started. He felt the power. That dude started boxing, and he started, to win rounds and whatnot. But Donaire was game, and he's a Hall of Famer too. So hey, it is what it is.
I mean, you could pretty much say he's the best fighter out of the Philippines, second after Pacquiao.
Yeah, yeah. You can say that.
Then he gonna jump right back in with Casemiro. Boy, that boy, he different. Yeah, he different, man.
He said Bob Aaron trying to get all the money he can quickly. Casemiro, I think he's promoted by Manny Pacquiao, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he's Manny Pacquiao.
MP Promotions.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
All right.
MP. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I actually don't. Casemiro is a tough fight for him. I feel like he could outbox him. If he come in there with just like I'm a box this dude, which I think he is, I feel like he might make it look easier than like it should look. But I feel like the O'Bali fight low key tougher. I feel like O'Bali gonna beat Donaire. I feel like especially after that Inoue fight, I feel like Donaire. I don't think he gonna have enough left to beat O'Bali, a real good boxer.
He's a good boxer. His defense ain't the best, so his defense ain't right.
Donaire could catch him with a big shot.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Then they could go for undisputed in a rematch. But I feel like the rematch he gonna stop Donaire.
yeah, I think so too. I think he figured it out. So, how would you rank these 9 unified champions, yo? I'm gonna run them down again for the chat. Y'all feel free to drop y'all. So, we got Anthony Joshua, unified champion heavyweight. Arthur Beterblev, light heavyweight. Jason Rosario, super what is it? Super welterweight, junior middleweight, however you want to say it. Spencer at welterweight. We got Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez at 140. Lomachenko 135, MJ 122, and Inoue at 118. So I got how you want me to go first? I'll rank them.
Yeah, you can go there. You go there.
Yeah. So the way I got it, I got anyway one. I got Lomachenko, brother BF. Lomachenko two, brother BF three. I got Spence number four. AJ five. Taylor six. Ramirez after that. MJ. I got MJ eight. I got Rosario last. I think he's the most like to me. I think he's the most vulnerable in his division, so that's why I got him last. Um, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna
It's,
go
it's up to opinion.
Inoue. I'm gonna go
Hmm.
Inoue first. I'm gonna go Spence second. Lomachenko third. Uh, then I'm gonna go. Uh, I'm gonna go Josh Taylor fourth. Beterblev fifth. Jose Ramirez sixth. Um, I, you know how I feel like the heavyweight division is definitely the weakest division. It's the least skilled division. You don't, they go, but I might just go with AJ seventh because MJ ain't got no title defense, and then I'm gonna go with Jason Rosario last, obviously, which you know how I rank the heavyweight division because those guys just not they're not as skilled as the other divisions to me.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, Jalika, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, it ain't no perfect whatever. It's all about opinion. But I think consensus though, I think anyway number one. I
Yeah, I had him number one with mine,
think he's
and
number one.
Spence, but I had Spence second though.
Yeah, Spence, okay, I'm with that. Cause Spence beat the that
Then
Porter
I
fight, man.
Loma
That's it.
third and Taylor fourth, but I had Taylor fourth because of the post style, the post style win. Then Ryan Martin was, I mean, supposedly on PEDs and he destroyed him, and then
Right.
uh, then Baranchik, he took the IBF from Baranchik, and then he went and beat Regis, and you know what I'm saying, the last round of the tournament. So like, I feel like that was a good enough round where I could put him fourth. I feel like his wins was. I'm kind of putting Loma up there uh because of like his ranking. And I'm also looking at stuff he did in other divisions. But if I'm gonna be at 100, his his win over Baranchik and his win over Regis is better than Loma's wins over Pedraza and Linares.
Okay. I'm with that.
So I could easily swap out and put Taylor third and put Loma fourth.
Yeah. Jalik got BF number one. And probably I mean, I understand the case. He got Bill one, Taylor two, Loma three, Spence four, AJ five, Ramirez
Yeah,
six.
six.
But you know what I'm saying? If you make the argument for BF, you can say that he's probably the most dominant. He's probably the one that you really hard to see somebody beating him. So you can
Nah,
make
I
a
say the
case.
most dominant is anyway. He
Anyway,
got to
yeah,
be the most dominant, man. He
yeah, he
he
is,
beat the
bro.
most top 10 guys in the division. Like
Yeah,
it ain't even no.
yeah, yeah. You're right. That's why I say you can make the argument. That don't mean your argument gonna win. Because
Like
anyway, like you gotta look
what?
at what he do, how he
How
get
you
these
walk
guys
in
out of
versus champs? You walk in versus champs with no L's and knock them out in the first round?
there. Yeah,
Like
because
what?
Payano he's a former champion. Jamie McDonald was a former champion. He was top 10 when he fought him. Both Payano too. Ramirez, no Rodriguez. He was top five when he fought him. Maybe top. Some people have him as high as three when he fought him. IBF champion, beat him, and then Donaire
Destroyed
moved
him.
up. Yeah, Donaire moved up top five just based on what he was doing and his potential to win the tournament. But and being a legend in the game. So man, yeah, it's hard to go against anyway, bro. And that's why I'm saying, yo, that's why I want a lot of people that if you listen to the playback or you listen live, y'all gotta do more research on anyway. Like for real.
Do more
The
research on the
dude,
lower
like,
divisions, period, because they got the best
period. Yeah,
fighters and they actually fight each other. So like
exactly.
these, we don't have to speculate like, oh man, I think Inoue would beat O'Bali, or I think Casamerica. You don't have to be like, I think Casamerica would beat Inoue. Guess what? They actually gonna fight each other, and there's no questions asked. You ain't got to worry about, oh, who will win Strata Chocolatito rematch? They actually gonna fight each other. It's no question. You don't have to worry about it. They're gonna unify. You don't have to speculate at all. You gonna get the
Right.
fight.
Because Tete was top five. He lost to Casemiro, who was probably outside, excuse me, of the top five. And then you got guys like Joshua Grid Jr. He supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight. What's his name? Jason Maloney. Yo, that's a tough ass fight for him, bro. And Jason Maloney had a tough fight with Rodriguez. That he kind of got edged out, but he's a good fighter. So it's like that division, all right now. But anyway, it's head and shoulders right now. But I don't know, man. He still can if he clean out that division, like for real, like if he become undisputed and then have like maybe one title defense, you can't, man. You can't knock what he's doing though.
Yeah, I heard they
For
was
real.
talking about Estrada if he beat Chocolatito going up and doing a fight with anyway.
See? That's a good one. That's a legacy fight.
That's a legacy
Right there.
win.
Yes, sir. Legacy fight. Yeah.
Estrada ain't winning that fight. He can box, so he good. I just
Hmm.
can't see him winning that fight. I
That'd
can't.
be a tough fight. That'd be a tough fight, man. I'd
I
love to
think
see that.
I think Rung Vasai could go up and have some success with the power. Add a couple pounds on with that. But
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong. I think Estrada smell like how Chocolatito is. So I feel like he been a little bigger than Chocolatito, but I feel like when you move up and you small, see the thing with Chocolatito was he just was like, fuck, I'm fighting whoever, I don't care. And he moved up, but when like sometimes when you move up, you gotta be strategic with it. And I just feel like ain't no strategy behind jumping up and fighting anyway.
What you think about this one? Jalik said I like the monster, but that wasn't a dominant performance
All right,
versus Donut.
all right, hear me out. Did Spence dominate Porter? No, not zero at all. Not at all.
And
Did let me look at Lomachenko. Did he dominate Linares or did he dominate Pedraza? No, he won, but he didn't
mhm.
it wasn't dominant performances. Most of these guys didn't have. It's hard to just dominate a unification. Better be if was better be if was edging out. And I mean he not. I ain't gonna say he was edging out. He was clearly ahead for me,
Mhm.
but that's only one fight.
Yeah, he started to pick that shit up down the stretch. He was
He
hurting
was
them
beat, he
all
was beat,
in
he was
that
beating the
fight.
shit out of him. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was beating the shit out of him.
he
Like I
was.
ain't like this ain't like no monster fanboy shit. It's just like
Yeah,
he got the best wins in his division, and he
yeah,
unified, and he about to take another unification already. And ain't no oh I need to tune up, I need a rest, straight up. So I mean, if he beat Casimir, it ain't no question.
yeah. I like Beterblev though, man. I think he's tough to beat.
Yeah,
He's so
definitely. I
solid,
like I like
strong.
better being
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
he's nice. Jalik said I think the monster can beat Navarrete at 122 by decision. I think he can all box him too, but he has to be. I mean, I
He
think
gonna
he'll
have to
do
dig
better
into
than a lot
that
of people
body.
think. Yeah, I think he'll do better than a lot of people think because if his power can carry up, but you know what I'm saying,
The
like I
hardest
said,
fight for him at 122 is MJ.
that's a good fight too. But I think like the only thing, if you just think about it, man, a lot of these smaller fighters, once they get up into the fourth weight division, they start to look average. Not average, but their shit started to come down. Their attributes started to come down. Like when you play fight night and when you move up and shit, you lose like half of your strength or some shit. You lose like
Yeah,
half of your
and your
punching
dude
power.
be looking all little, like you. So
Yeah,
if you give him the buff build, then when you go up in the division, he be skinny. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, I remember that on the on Fight Night Round 4. I was at 126. I moved up to 135. My nigga was skinny. I'm like, how no?
Hell yeah, that's how that shit be. So when Munson move up, his ass gonna be skinny as hell. He gonna lose all that punching power. He just gonna be fast. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he gonna lose that much at 122. I feel
I
like
don't think
those
so either.
guys. I feel like the only guy that's like kind of like a bad style matchup for him is Stephen Fulton. Cause with the size and the boxing ability and the physical strength, I feel like Stephen Fulton is kind of a bad matchup for him. But I feel like Ray Vargas and like MJ is like his size.
Hmm.
So like MJ is a little dude, but and Danny Roman is. That's why I wasn't really like I thought that him and Roman because they was already talking about fighting. So When
Yeah.
Roman was talking about getting the belt from Ray Vargas, he's like, I want to unify with Ray Vargas, and you way down there unifying, and then he can move up, and we can have a big fight in Japan, because Roman won his belt in Japan, but
Right.
but MJ came in and said, oh hell no, I'm throwing a wrench in all these plans, but yeah, like Roman and MJ, they like his size, so I could see those going
That
a
was
little
a good fight. All
different.
those fights, all those fights you named were good as hell.
But if he was to go like 126 now, that's a different story.
Yeah, I think Jalise said Errol going to promote Monster like he did Pacquiao. He has the it factor. Yep, I can. Yep,
I
he
think
was
it's
about to.
impossible to promote anybody like you did Pacquiao, because Pacquiao went up so many divisions that it was like kind of fake. It was like damn near like out of video game type. Like his career is out of a video game.
I mean, as far as like just showing him everywhere and
Oh
just
yeah.
how Errol is, he'd be like, "Oh, this is the best fighter I've seen since Muhammad Ali." That type shit.
Yeah, like he said with Tyson Fury, and like
Yeah,
a guy with no title defenses is better than Ali. Got it.
right. Biggest fight in the lower weights is JC Martinez versus Chocolatito. Nah,
They're not
I
even in the same
disagree.
division.
I disagree, bro. I think the biggest fight is I mean,
If
it
I'm
probably
tripping,
might not,
I thought Martinez was at 112.
he 112, but I'm talking about. Well, I don't know about this the biggest fight, so you probably talking about biggest. So you might be right, just like I don't know. I gotta look at it. But the best fight though is Tanaka versus Akata at 115. Oka, however you say his name.
Yeah, they about to
For
fight though, ain't they?
about the fight. That's a good ass fight, bro. But yeah, I mean, it might be the biggest. It depends. Like JC Martinez, that'd be a fun ass fight with Chocolatito if he move up to 115 and get in the mix. Uh, who will win? Honestly, who? Let me make sure I read this right. Who would you want more, Roy Jones or Mike Tyson, or Hopkins versus Tyson? Roy Jones versus Tyson. That'd be more fun, bro, because I think if Hopkins fought Tyson, that motherfucker be holding and grabbing, and he ain't gonna try to fight Mike. I think Roy Jones will try to fight him, but he gonna be cautious, but he'll try to fight him. So I like that. I like Roy Jones versus
Well,
Mike Tyson.
you talking about an exhibit like all this old man exhibition shit?
No, I don't know if we talking about old man exhibition. I don't want to see none of it. But if you talking about something like like let's say when they had an opportunity to fight, like where Roy Jones had an opportunity to fight Mike Tyson in 2003, 2004, I'd rather see Roy Jones fight Tyson than Bernard Hopkins because I don't think Bernard Hopkins wouldn't stand a chance, in my
All right.
opinion. But that's just me.
Wait, yeah, no, Hopkins wasn't even a heavyweight.
3 pounds away. Yeah, they're only 3 pounds away. I think Martinez is struggling to make the weight too. That Martinez Chocolatito fight. I mean, I see it could be a big ass fight, but I don't know. I think the best fight, the more competitive, because I think that'd be a good fight. I don't know how I'm gonna word this. I just favor Tanaka versus Okaya though. Oh,
That's
let me
what
put his name.
WBO, right?
Yeah,
And Ankaha still holding
and
hostage the IBF. He
yeah,
need to fight somebody, bro. I'm tired of him.
he been struggling lately.
Yeah, he
Let
lost
me
to that
see.
dude they gave him a draw against. He lost that fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, ESPN.
Chocolatito is the A side. My man Sporting Advantage said JC Martinez is not playing around. Yeah, bro. He hit his stride. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
last fight was tough though.
Yeah, that was a tough fight. He learned some defense, he gonna be a problem. And learn how to set his shit up better. He'll be a problem. Yeah. It's gonna happen in 850. Florida allows boxing. Oh, Florida. Okay. What's up, Bad Rifle? What's good, bro? Yeah.
Let's see.
All those fights though, that like the lower weight divisions, like if the guys from 122 move up to 15 or 15 move up to 18, yeah, it'd be crazy.
Lower divisions got heat, man. They got a lot of heat. Even their
Yep.
contenders is good.
hmm
So it's
I
like,
like the African kid, the IBF champion at 112. I like him, yo.
yeah, he can scrap.
Nathaniel, something like that.
I'd like to
Yeah,
see him versus Martinez.
I know. See, that's another one.
Like
I think
shit. Make that
The
next.
Chocolatito fight, yeah, the Chocolatito fight though. That's more like that. That's like a fan friendly fight that a lot
No,
of people
it's
behind.
not happening because Chocolatito and Estrada gonna fight again. Unification. I picked. Don't get me wrong. I picked Chocolatito to upset Kyle fight, but I didn't think he was gonna do it like that.
Hmm.
I was like, damn. He put him on
Hmm.
his back. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that right hand was nice.
I don't like the
That,
hate he get either, man. I love Chocolatito, dude.
yeah,
Like when
see that.
you going up 4 divisions and you fighting the best, and he was the lineal in those divisions. He was the best in those divisions. He fought the best. So it's like
Yeah,
Caldress was
and
coming off a Rungvisai win when he moved up to 115 to beat Caldress. So it's
exactly.
like,
That was a tough fight. And see, this is the thing though. Only thing I had an issue with, they had him ranked number one pound for pound when Andre Ward was still active in the sport. To me, I disagree with that. I thought he was maybe 3 or 4, but number one because when Andre Ward in 2000 he came back off that hiatus in 2015. He fought Paul Smith. Okay, that was a warm up fight, and then when he fought Barrera, Barrera's a tough fighter. He undefeated Barrera. I'm like whenever Andre Ward is active in the
yeah,
sport
but
of
I'm saying
boxing.
I could understand. I could understand you like going off the hiatus, and then it didn't like he came back and was immediately in the championship fight. I could understand you having Chocolatito, this dude that's moving up, fighting. He beat Estrada. He
Yeah,
beating all of these good dudes, these champions. And
mhm,
Ward is on his comeback. So when Ward beat Kovalev, of course, he automatically number one
they
pound for
got it.
pound, easy. But it's like at the time he kind of had just came back, bro. It's like you could thrust him in there, but it was kind of more fair to the people that was active, that was
Yeah,
fighting, like to
I'm
have
with
them
that.
there.
I'm with that. I hear a lot of Chocolatito hate because they say he don't fight nobody, but that's because they never really follow his career, watch him fight,
Bro,
and
he got a top 2 resume in boxing. If you want to be 100, you put him, Canelo, Danny Garcia, maybe.
yeah, I
He
agree.
got one of the best resumes in boxing.
Chocolatito, yeah, I thought he
Thank
won
you,
that first
Jalik.
fight.
Thank you,
I thought he
Jalik. This
did
nigga
too.
Jalik he landed the most power shots in boxing history in a fight, man. Like, come on, man. He got dropped, man. He landed what? How many power punches he landed? Like 400.
You know, a lot.
I think I could have swore he broke that record in that fight for the most power shots landed in the match. Like, bro, he was tagging him. It's not his fault. Rung Vasai chin made out of like just steel, bro. That's not his fault.
Chocolatito, you think Chocolatito's resume better than Ward? I mean, you can make a good ass case
Battle
for it.
rifle. That's what I'm saying. It's that's battle rifle. Get what I'm saying? It's not like it ain't debatable. It ain't
Yeah.
like he ain't fight like young dangerous champ like Estrada. Like he
Hmm.
fought dudes that was dangerous. That could be. It wasn't like it ain't like he just. It's like I said. It always just come down to do we like bigger people more than we like little people. That's all
Yeah.
it come down to. Because
I,
his
I, I just,
resume is top tier.
yeah, yeah, of course. I don't think I just me personally don't think he's a better fighter than Ward. That's what I'm basing off of. But
He not a better
yeah,
fighter than Ward, but you cannot be the better fighter and have a better resume.
yeah, yeah, I'm with it. No, I understand. I just don't see what my thing is people they give him this grief and they just see him get knocked out and that's it.
Yeah,
Because
they
HBO,
like the other 49 wins didn't happen.
because HBO hyped him up. Yeah, they hyped him up. But he's a great like same way with Finito Lopez. A lot of
They
people
tried
see
to
him
make it
fight.
like they tried to throw box Chocolatito in with Golovkin like it was like it was the same thing when it wasn't. Chocolatito was fighting guys like he wasn't like knocking out Dominique Ways and just being hailed as the best. Like I ain't saying Golovkin didn't fight nobody at all, but Chocolatito was actually fighting dangerous guys and
Yeah.
fighting top guys and was winning. It wasn't like he was just getting gassed up like and he was fighting nobody.
So basically, Chocolatito got that residue hate from Triple G, been on the cars and shit.
Hell yeah, they was saying they were just throwing them in the same thing like chocolate you ain't fighting nobody who is chocolate they just want to hype somebody else but like it was I don't even think it was no hate against Ward because they wasn't ranking GGG above Ward.
I like him because I like his combination. He's probably the best combination puncher in the game. Got one of the best right hands. I mean, his defense ain't all that,
But
but as
who?
far
I
as
mean, ain't nobody got the
fighter,
little divisions defense or all that.
I know
The
that's a
boys
fact.
get it in. The
That's a
niggas get
fact.
it in. You see
Yeah,
guys have defensive performance like you will see NUA box and not really get hit in the good performance, or you would see Estrada he box somebody hit like in that Rung Versailles rematch. Even though I felt that Estrada won the first Rung Versailles fight too, that second fight he was boxing his head off, bro.
Facts. Man, it's just I don't know. I like to watch all the fights, though. That's why what I'm saying I can give a good account of this shit because I hear people say like all I'm saying, if you don't believe the guy is that good, you should go watch it. If you watch the guy fight and you say, man, he trash, okay, then that's your opinion. I can't even, what I'm saying, I can't whatever. But if you just say he trash because you seen some Robicide, there was a mandatory challenger, there was a killer, what I'm saying? This dude come from the mud. This dude over there eat rats and shit, homeless, just fighting in the streets. He had a couple losses early in his career, but he was stopping everybody over there in his country. So he come over here, big strong ass dude, big ass calves like Manny Pacquiao, and can crack. He dropped Chocolatito early in the first fight, and then KO him in the second fight, and now Roman Gonzalez is trash. But they don't understand that when these lower weight fighters get to that fourth weight division, that shit's hard as hell. Like we was talking about, you lose all your shit. So that's
It ain't
why
like we ain't never seen nobody lose to no mandatory. Hello, Lennox Lewis. Fuck.
exactly.
That don't take away from you. Like, Danny Roman just lost. I don't think that take away from him. He's still in the top 3 to me at 122. But it's
Shit.
like shit happens. Like, Spence beat Porter and Porter still hot. So Bud still want to fight Porter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
so I'm confused.
This
Jared
the
Hurd
hottest
lost,
sport ever
and
been.
anybody in the 154 still fight her. If Lubin got offered her, he'd jump on that in a heartbeat. If any of them guys got offered a chance, he lost. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? It happens. You lose. When you fighting the best, when you
Yeah.
fighting the best 9 times out of 10, you're gonna take a loss.
You're gonna take a loss somewhere around along the road because you testing yourself against another top fighter.
Yeah, he got good upper body movement, battle rifle for sure.
Yeah. Chocolatito, man. He still man.
Battle rifle, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He know, man. That man, the
He
living
good.
legend.
He's good, man. Because I mean, you gotta watch him fight, man. Watch the shit that he do, the way he set up his combinations and shit, man. That shit is some beautiful shit. Let me catch my man shit. He said Estrada is probably one of the best uh light with L's you can have. Yeah, one of the best L's you can have. Okay, yeah, Estrada. He beat Estrada though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
And,
beat
and
Estrada.
man, Estrada nice. Estrada is like one of the best fighters in boxing. Like real talk, like skills, like real talk.
He up there for me. He
He
way
nice.
up. And I these lower divisions people don't pay attention to, but like if he pull out the win versus Chocolatito in the rematch, I put him over Lomachenko.
Mm,
Straight up.
that'd be a good ass win. I like to see him
Anyway, if anyway beat Casemiro, I'm putting him over Lomachenko.
Yeah, Casimir is a tough, strong ass. I mean, he lost to a guy like early in his career, but he kept coming back. I think he went to did he beat Charlie Edwards or some shit? He went to UK and stopped him. I believe that was he did. He went to UK and stopped Charlie Edwards and shit when he was the IBF champion and won 112. So yeah, man,
And
this shit is
he could fight. These lower divisions got to work, and they giving us the fights. That's why when everybody be like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop watch boxing. I'm tired of boxing. Nobody." They just be talking about Wilder and AJ and Spence and Crawford. That's all people like be talking about. But it's like in these lower divisions, people really getting it cracking, and it's like they
right.
saying boxing. That boxing ain't dead. It's just ain't the people that you like. People want is like y'all want to just see Crawford and Spence, and people just want to see Canelo. They talk about Canelo fighting somebody like Charlo or something like that. Or people will talk about Wilder AJ, which didn't happen. I mean, Wilder Fury hopped off the couch. That's why I'm heavyweight, man. That's a whole nother topic. But ain't no nigga hopping
Yeah,
off the couch at 115 and coming in and beating the top guy. I know that for sure.
I think only one that I think that probably could is Daniel Yete because he ain't fought in a couple years. But
Uh,
he got the skill set, but I think it still be tough for him because if he fight, I think Chocolatito is a better matchup with him than Estrada because Estrada been a little bit more active and he got a little bit. better defense and counter punching ability. But Daniel is another fighter that guys need to do more research on. The
Yep.
dude, you talking about Filipino fighters that's up there? He got to be either 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? So
He up there for sure.
that dude can fight, bro. It's sad that we are probably not going to see anywhere versus Gonzalez.
I don't think nobody needs to see that.
And
That's
whew, I
you talking
mean,
about
look,
to a fifth division. That's murder. Anyway,
I'll tell
but
you,
murder.
if Chocolatito somehow, if he be Estrada, and let's say he can get that Ramazar rematch and win that
No,
fight,
no, 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 no. Don't do that. Whatever
you
you
don't think so?
do, there's some people that's just a bad style. I mean, I
Okay,
feel like he won the first fight. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like that was like a he. Sometimes you could suck it up and push through it and win a fight, but it's like you can't do that twice. Like
okay,
sometimes lightning striking a bottle and you cannot do that same thing twice.
got you. Okay, so how about Estrada and the Oka Tanaka winner? He get those two, and then move up because basically
Or
he just
Ancajas.
Kajas, but he's fighting on bar. He fight like his legacy is submitted to me.
Yeah, his
Like,
legacy is cemented.
but
If he
if
beat
he,
Estrada, he could retire to me.
and he beat those fights, he get those fights, and then
He
move
could
up to
retire
8.
right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he could. But let's say he get those 2 fights, top guys, 2 more top guys at 115, and then do a one-off fight at 118 against anyway. And let's just say somehow that right hand come from no, like we all gonna pick anyway. But let's say he beats anyway. Yo, that dude, man, he can. You can talk about
I
him
don't think there's no
all
way
time
possible
great.
he could beat anyway.
I'm with you, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just throwing off what ifs though. If he did all that shit, like you cannot deny him as one of the goats in boxing, bro. Because that shit right there, fifth
I
weight
mean,
division as a small guy, and then you fight anyway in his prime. Even though I think anyway run through his ass. But you feel what I'm saying though.
yeah, definitely.
At one point, yeah, they was gonna fight. And anyway, went up to 18. Yeah, they was gonna fight. I remember that shit battle right.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But it
Yeah,
was, yeah. What anyway? What 3 division champ, right?
3 division. I think he skipped 15. He skipped one of them. Or did he skip 12? No, he skipped 12. Damn, which one did he skip? I know he started. He got
Started
108.
at 112, right?
No, he got 108.
108. But okay, I could have swore he was a 3 division champ. Dang.
No,
Well,
he
I
no he
might be
three
slipping.
division he 3 division champion, but I think he skipped 115.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, he 12, 8, oh 08, 12, and 18. If I'm right, I don't know. So yeah, man. I just want to touch on a couple more things, and we're gonna get up out of here, bro. Like, I want to touch on first the Wilder shit, bro. The whole shit, the build up, the fight, the aftermath. What you think about that shit, bro?
Uh, that was terrible. I ain't like it. Hey, I do not fuck with Fury, dog. He cold though. But I just, man, he went in there and just obliterated Wilder. Which I mean, I thought like after the first fight, I was like, this dude just came off the couch from a cocaine and liquor binge, and that's what he did. Like he won. I thought I gave him the first fight.
hmm
Uh,
Yep.
I didn't expect that to be like that. Then in the second fight, you know, that boy Fury had to come to my hometown, Detroit. He had to get crunk on him.
Damn,
You know,
man,
put the beats on him. It was terrible. That was like that I don't know. That was bad. I didn't expect that type of fight. That was just like that was murder.
man.
When they threw the towel in and he was like, "Why would you do that?" He was still looking drunk when he was screaming that. I was like,
Yeah,
man, I don't know. He looked real. Wilder looked terrible.
yeah, he did. Man, I went to that fight and the Ortiz fight, and just watching their body languages, bro. That shit, like his body language from Ortiz to Fury was totally different shit. Like you can tell in the look at him in the ring, it was like I was just looking at him and see him walk around. Plus, I don't like I know the excuse about I don't know if you can call it excuse, whatever. The thing about the suit, man, I don't know, man. That something was wrong with dude. because he wasn't moving the way he was moving against Ortiz. That's just me. But as far as the fight though, I mean that glove situation, whatever, man. I'm not. I don't, man. Look, I just want somebody to give me some hard, cold facts. I see all the videos and shit. Got you, but I want Wilder to come out and say, bro, this is what it was, and then I'm gonna run with him. But as far as the fight, man, he took it to him, yo. He ran out there like how Larry Holmes used to run out there in the beginning of his fights. He ran out there to the center of the ring and pushed Wilder back from the beginning. And he roughed him up on the inside, dirty
Dropped him again.
dropped him. I think the second one wasn't that crazy as the first one, to be honest.
Second
I
one
think
was to the body, right?
yeah, it was to the body, but it was kind of like a little trip. I don't know, but it was a knockdown. I ain't
It was
disputing
like
it.
a push punch where it was like force on it, and it kind of like knocked him back.
And
But the
not
fact
only
that Wilder
that
went
though,
down from that was still like,
exactly, and not only that though, he was tripping over his legs from the beginning of the fight before he got dropped in the when he got dropped in the third round. Yeah, he got dropped in the third round. So like even before that, he fell to the canvas like 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, man, what the hell going on? So it was disappointing as a Wilder fan because I felt like, what I'm saying, dude can overcome this. If he can overcome third degree burn, broken hand, bicep, uh, whatever, all that shit, and still come away and prevail, he should be able to, and being sick. I thought maybe he was gonna come through with that. But if you look at, like I tell people, man, I'm a Wilder fan, but I understand his limitations, what he brings to the table, understand what he is. I know his weaknesses. So me seeing him lose, that shit disappointing, but I'm not shocked. It's not no Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson type shit.
no.
So he can go back and get that shit back though. He just gotta be more. He gotta be on the front foot, and he gonna have to get at Tyson. He can't just
You
sit
got to go
back.
to the body, man.
Exactly. He had to go to the body. He got to get at him though. Make him,
There's ain't no way
anyway.
Otto Wallin should have had that much success, and then you go in there and get.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. Sporting advantage. I agree with you. Super better. Yeah. Navarrete. Yep. What do you say? I'm super fan. All right. So the next one. All right. I want to talk about these fights coming up. I know we got this shit going on in the world and whatever.
The Queen,
But
Clarissa.
yeah, man. Yeah. Talk about her. Yeah. Let's talk about her. So shit, that fight she had in January, that shit was like that shit was crazy, bro.
It's
Get the
Ivana.
face on her.
She smacked.
Ivana-
She put the piece on her. She was supposed to. She said on Twitter that Layla Ali was pump faking and she about to unify with the other chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I heard old girl that she beat in Detroit. Dang man.
Oh, Hannah Gabriels. Yeah,
Hannah
yeah,
Gabriels. I heard Hannah Gabriel
yeah.
said after she get her next fight, she'll fight as a Clarissa too. So that could be. I mean, she could. That's undisputed in 2 divisions right there.
2 knockdowns. Damn.
That's
30, yeah.
undisputed in 2 divisions and 12 fights.
I remember my man said he threw almost. Yeah, that's great. It's for the advantage. I'm reading your shit. You right, bro. Let me see. He said, how did he not win? Man, I don't even know.
What fight you talking about?
You talking about the Wilder Fury fight? How Wilder? You talking about the Wilder Fury fight, right? Sporting advantage. Talking about how Wilder threw all them punches and shit.
Oh, the first one?
I think so. I thought my man Fury was winning those rounds. So I had Fury winning, to be honest, but I was rooting for Wilder like a motherfucker though.
What I scored at the first? Oh, we talked about that a lot. Like
when
it happened. I think I had a 114, 112.
Yeah, that's why I had it. But yeah, to get on Carissa though, I mean Carissa is doing that shit. She holding down for women's boxing for real. One thing
people
nobody
on Twitter, man, talking about Layla Ali ain't even. What did she get? 1 belt her whole career? One time?
One belt. And then the way the matchup, even in her prime, the matchup against Carissa and Layla Ali is bad for Ali.
That's easy work.
Because she's too flat footed and she only look for big punches. She has a good jab, but she don't commit to it. But I think the scenario what Carissa about to do, she trying to so like you said, she gonna fight Declare a southpaw from Canada, man. I was trying I was talking about her before. She can fight a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I went back and did my research to see who Carissa fought. That was a southpaw. You gotta go to the amateurs. She fought a couple of girls that was real good southpaws in the amateurs. So that's just comparable. So only thing I don't like about this shit is they saying this is undisputed when Hannah Gabriels is the WBA champion. I don't like
Yeah.
that shit.
Hannah Gabriel's
I
got the WBA. She got to fight Hannah Gabriels for that WBA. It's a
exactly.
rematch, which I feel like, I mean, she gonna beat Hannah Gabriels again. But um, like I would just hope. I think it'd do a lot if Cecilia Brækhus was to fight her after she got. What's the other girl? What's the other girl? Raquel Miller. That's the
Okay,
girl.
man, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the that's a good fight for like if she got undisputed to defend at 154 because I think she like the interim WBA champion or something like
yep.
that at 154. So if Clarissa was to fight old girl and then Gabriel's again to get all four belts, and then
Hmm.
she fought Raquel afterwards because I seen them have a little back and
Yep.
forth too. Raquel Miller can fight.
Yeah, she can. And so that's what, and I'm glad you said that because that's a good point. Because Raquel Miller, you like you said, she's a mandatory for Hannah Gabriel. So my thing is, the natural fight. Let Hannah Gabriels and Raquel Miller fight on the undercard of Carissa and Declare, and then the winner fight each other. Because legit, you can't be the undisputed without going through Hannah Gabriels, and then that give an opportunity for one. You got hella storylines on the undercard because Carissa fought Hannah Gabriels, and that was a tough fight. People say that was a closest call, and then Raquel Miller, her been beefing. Carissa and Raquel been beefing for like 6, 7, 8, 9 years. You know what I'm saying? And promotion wise, both of those girls can sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of them gonna talk their shit, and it's more marketable. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the United States because Carissa been fighting girls from Germany, Croatia, and then this girl from Canada. Then she's gonna fight a American fighter other than Franchon Cruz. That was a debut. American fighter that can talk her shit. Man, that's the best promotable fight right there. You know, like two American women's fighters. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that shit
So
tight.
that's how I see it. That's how I see that shit.
Tell them to
What's
bring
up,
it to the city, make it convenient for
Michael
me.
Johnson? What's good, bro? Yeah, yeah. They were supposed to have it up there. I think the Claire gonna be up there. I think.
Yeah, I'll drive up to Flint for that fight, but I want her to fight her undisputed fight in Detroit though.
Yeah, I seen her. I seen her at Wilder Fury too, though. I seen her. She ain't as big as you think. Like you see her on TV, she kind of thick or whatever, but she ain't like big. Like she was looking slim to me when I seen her. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's that 154 cut, man. The quote, man.
saying? She about. Let me see. I'm 5'10". She was like right there. She probably about 5'9". She had on heels and shit. She cool though. I met a bunch of people out there though. I met Tony Harrison in the damn elevator, bro.
My
I
boy
seen him like
Tony.
yeah, I seen him come through and shit. I was holding the elevator. We both got on the elevator at the same time, and like his man was like, because when you go to MGM, like if your car, like I was on the 13th floor, he was on like the 14th or 15th. Like you can't just use your car for any floor. The floor, like whatever your car floor is committed to, that's what you gotta use. So he was like, "Yo, put your car in, man, and hit the 14th floor." I was like, "Man, that shit don't work, yo." And I was like, Man, you almost had that shit against Charlo." He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get that shit back. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get that shit." That's all he was saying. He was like, "Yeah, man, I appreciate you, whatever." Not like that.
My
But
boy
yeah, he
Tony,
cool.
man.
He cool as a fan.
When I tell you Detroit Twitter was so sick when he lost, it was
Man,
crazy, man.
I was sick too. Cause I was rooting for that. Man, look, I'm in the spot. I live in a spot where I'm in the middle of. I'm 2.5 from Vegas, and I'm 2.5 from LA. So, like any fights out here, and if it's big enough, whatever, I can make it. Like I was able to go to the Charlo Harrison 2 fight. That was in Ontario. You know what I'm saying? I was able to make that shit. Then Wilder Fury, then Wilder Ortiz. I went to who was it? Richard Comey versus Beltran. That was out here. So like I'm like the best of both worlds. So if it's a fight out here, I'm gonna try to make that shit. Once everything get back to normal and shit. But yeah, man, that dude Tony, he cool as hell.
Yeah, I
Cool
think
ass dude.
part three would be cool, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I think that's the most that like I said about the other one. It's the most promotable fight at 54. Like they can low key do a little pay per view if they stack the undercard with
Yeah,
Charlo and
definitely.
Harrison, because them guys sold the hell out that fight. What they do? What was the numbers they did?
2.3
2.4.
million
Damn.
on Fox. That shit was jumping around. I'm telling you, like on Instagram and Twitter, like when I say everybody was watching from like, especially from Detroit, was watching that fight, man. Then when
Yeah,
he brought Doug to like bring him out, photo Doug, and it was like
yeah,
everybody was hyped. When I saying like niggas was recording on Snapchat and Instagram, just like scream like, yeah, let's go, Tony, yeah, like niggas
yeah.
was hyped, bro. Niggas
That,
showed out
that
in support.
yeah, that undercard was low key live because it was a couple of upsets. Balderas got stopped, and another guy he got stopped. I think
Oh yeah, Balderas, man, he was talking big stuff about
yeah,
TFMO and all. He was talking, homeboy just tore him
man.
up.
And then when the dude Ego Kalajic when he dropped Fa Ajaba in that in the third or
Oh
fourth round,
yeah,
yo,
that shit was crazy.
it been crazy up in there, yo.
That dude was fighting like I don't know, man. He was giving a jog with some hands, bro. And it was like
Yeah.
you would think he was out, and he was just still cracking the jog. But I was like,
hmm That was a good fight. I seen Rolly fight, yo, like up close. When he fought, it wasn't nobody in there, but like me and my people and shit. Cause I watch when I go to a fight, I watch all them shits, bro. I'm getting my money's worth. And like I was close enough to hear his punches, bro. Yo, Buddy can punch. Rolly, that dude can punch, bro. His shit was,
he
yeah,
making them
his shit,
noises.
yo, his punches sound a little different, bro. Like same thing. Like I noticed when I go to fights, I listen to guys' punches. Like when I seen Comey fight, I was like, damn, this motherfucking shit sound different. Cause I watch Carlos Adames. He fought Patrick Day on that fight, man. The undercard, man. R.I.P. to Patrick Day, and his punches didn't sound as hard as Richard Comey. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, this motherfucker's cracking. you
Oh
know
boy,
what I'm
come
saying?
hey. And some crack TFMO.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
that shit was
That shit was
crazy.
nasty.
That
Yeah,
shit was
that right
crazy. That
here
boy
just came
said,
out of nowhere.
"Ooh, stanky leg."
That shit came out of nowhere. They was just looking at each other, then bam. He set that shit up though, just like it looked just like how Robert Easter caught him, what Robert Easter caught him with, but his shit was more precise. Damn, that shit was nice.
He had more mustard on
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to close it down, man. I appreciate you, bro, man, coming through, rocking with me, man. We definitely gotta do this shit again, man.
it.
For
Yeah,
real.
especially with these fights coming up. Got to behind
Yes,
closed
sir.
doors. So I know Shakur Stevenson and all of them supposed to be fighting. So we got the
Oh, yes,
Mexican fights with Navarrete and Burchell and Lewis Neri and all of those. So yeah, we gotta have back on.
yes, sir. I made sure I hit you up behind the scenes, man. I want to salute everybody who came through and rock with me, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. I'm about to get back in the swing of things. I've been out for a minute, but shit, just hit me up, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any requests or whatever y'all want to debate, y'all want to talk about anything, just let me know, bro. We about the shits. If it's about boxing, we about it. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man.
Facts. All
All
right,
right,
bro.
man. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good one.